shown us that he is ready, and I'm confident that he is going to be an excellent Blues GM. He is an outstanding person, as solid as they come, and he couldn't be more devoted to the Blues and St. Louis. So I am pleased to introduce Alex Steen as the new general manager of the St. Louis Blues.
Let's get nasty on a Tuesday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. That was Tom Stillman announcing Alexander Steen as the 12th general manager in franchise history. It's 2:01. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Alexander Steen takes over for Doug Armstrong, who will join us at 2:15. So Army will join us in 15 minutes. We'll talk to him about what will be his final draft for the Blues and get his thoughts on the transition between Steener and himself. But your initial thoughts, Jamie, on the way that the Blues went about the process in not only introducing Alexander Steen, but getting him situated to take over for Doug Armstrong.
So, to me, the biggest key in all of this is you have to recognize the amount of work Doug Armstrong did in order to give Alex Steen the opportunity that he has currently. Think about how poorly things were going for this team halfway through the year last year. Think about how they didn't have the draft capital. Think about they didn't have the second line all of this. It's almost like Army realized at one point, wow, this is not great. We have to change this. Mm-hmm. For the team, of course, but also to set up Steener for success. And then he managed to give him all of those draft picks, all the young players that he has now, great cap space for his team, how he wants to build the team, locked up young players that are going to be a core group for this team. So I think there's a lot of compliments that have to be given to Army from that standpoint. The listeners, you may not like all the moves that Army's made. You may not like the trades. That's fine. Let's take all the players out of it, but look at what the assets are and the way he set it up. Mm-hmm. He set it up so that this team can ascend.
Yeah.
Whether they do or not, I don't know. Who knows? But they've got, Jim Montgomery finally has his very own coaching staff. People he's handpicked along with Alex Steen to help run this team. You've got great goaltending. You have a solid defense core now. You have a lot of really good things for your new GM to start doing business with. So as much as so we can question certain things Army has done, I think that he did a great job of setting up the next guy for at least the opportunity at success.
Well, the next guy will be Alexander Steen, who joined BK and Ferrario. They asked him if anything opened his eyes to this role this past year.
I think because it's been such a gradual progression, nothing's really surprised me like that. It's just been more of, okay, where can I inject myself today? How can I get more information, more? So it's been an intense couple years to try and prepare myself to the best ability and make sure that I have as much as I can in the war chest and toolbox. And so yeah, it's been an exhilarating past 2 years, and I'm excited to get going today.
Yeah, you can't overlook the fact too that it's been 2 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that he's been on the job, and everything that Army's done, Steener's been riding shotgun right there with them, whether it's being a part of it or just learning from whatever Army's doing.
Yeah, I think the 2 years probably, when he first started, it was like, oh, this will be here soon. And then it kind of felt like it probably dragged on. Then now you're looking at it and you're here. And I'm sure he's excited. I'm sure he's learned a lot over those 2 years. Obviously, probably grown a lot in the position that he's taking over now. So it's going to be exciting to see what this organization looks like going forward with him at the helm.
Well, we may have gotten a look at that with the Q&A done by our guy Jeremy Rutherford at The Athletic with Alexander Steen. I think the biggest quote in the interview or the Q&A that JR did with Steen was when Steen said, quote, work ethic and compete. Hard team to play against, 200-foot competitive team. Score and defend as a 5-man unit. Play as a 20-man unit. He didn't talk about elite skill. He didn't talk about star power. He didn't talk about offensive creativity. He didn't talk about high-end scoring. He talked about culture and how this team is going to look on the ice, especially from the opponent's viewpoint. Yeah. He says, before we're talented, Jamie, we're going to be difficult.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, but you got to think back to when Steiner made his mark on the Blues franchise. We coming over from the Toronto Maple Leafs, Ken Hitchcock started that. Like, guys will compete. We compete every day. Ken Hitchcock did not believe in days off. I mean, a little extreme at times, but that's kind of the foundation for what Steiner saw as something that was working. And those teams, as many players as we think they were great players, and they were, none of those teams had a superstar, like, ever. And so, they were highly competitive. There was years they should have been Stanley Cup contenders, but they ran into the Chicago Blackhawks, the LA Kings, or a powerful San Jose Sharks team. Like, they weren't just knocked out, they had a bad playoff. No, they got beat by teams that were elite. And at the same time, they didn't have the elite players on their team. So Steiner's right. It's going to be the mentality of the group that we're going to go out there. We're going to outwork each other every day. And by doing that, that result is going to be that we're going to be really hard to play against in real games, because imagine how hard you're going to compete against the other team.
Yeah, no kidding.
Do you guys see anything changing between Alexander Steen and Doug Armstrong? Like, if we look down the street, Chaim Bloom had been in the building for a little bit before taking over, but it feels like things are different now compared to when John Mozeliak was in that role. Do you feel it could be a similar situation for the Blues, or do you think things will basically stay the same?
I think for the most part they'll stay the same right now. The situation you're talking about with Mo and Chaim Bloom, we really didn't see a difference until Mo was out of the building. And then you got to watch Chaim Bloom kind of do his thing. I think Steiner's going to have his own opinions. There's going to be times where those opinions got to go to the Board of Governors, meaning Army as well as Tom Stillman and whoever else you want to put in that room. But I don't think Steiner's never been a guy like it's all about me. He's never been that guy. Even when he was a player, like him and Petro were quite honestly the two captains of the team, and Steiner didn't care. He didn't have to wear the C in order to be a leader on that team. It really has been all about the team winning and being successful. So from that standpoint, I actually think Steiner will play a little bit easier with others, whereas Army at times has been very bullish in some of his things, and I think Steiner could possibly be more open-minded to, other possibilities.
Understanding that the team is what, makes everything run.
Yeah.
Like if you obviously you want to have stars or superstars, but you want to have those guys that fit in with the motto of what the team is. We're all playing together. We're playing for a full 60 minutes. We're going to rely on one another. We're going to be accountable to one another, and we're going to play hard for one another, and we're going to be a hard team to play against every single night. When you get done playing this game, you're going to look at us and say, okay, well, thank God we don't play the Blues tonight. Like that, I think that's the mindset that he wants for his team. And again, that togetherness, you don't have to be you don't have to be the biggest, strongest guy, but collectively, if all of you all have that mindset, that's a hard team to play against. So, yeah, hopefully that's the mindset, and that's what the team is going forward.
Well, ultimately, Steiner, I think, wants a whole bunch of David Perrons in practice. And for those who don't know the story or the history, David Perron's one of the most hated players on his own team in practice. Yeah. Because he never gave up on a puck, never stopped until the whistle went, wouldn't stop until the goalie covered the puck, would not give the puck away to anybody. Guys would get mad, like chop him. So many times he got into like little scrums with guys, but it's because he was always competing. And I think that's what Steiner wants, is a little more bite from this team as far as pushing each other.
Mm-hmm. Marsh, going back to your question, I don't necessarily know that Chaim Bloom and John Mozeliak are all that different in how they think philosophy-wise. I really don't. I don't think that they are cut from different cloths when it comes to how to build a team, the way to go about it. But I do think the word that you used is key. You said situation. I do think the situation changed with the Cardinals. Yeah, it went from really let's be honest here. Make money to the point that, we're good and we could just get this kind of conveyor belt of money rolling in and we're fine and we really don't have to dump that much more into the team. And now John Mozeliak can kind of just focus on the big league club, and we're, if we fall behind in certain areas, we're good. We've become complacent too. Nope, that doesn't work anymore. We need a new voice, new structure, and we're changing the situation. We're changing the situation because we got to get back to our roots. And even though the Pobo changed, I think the situation was the thing that changed more than, Mo and Chaim Bloom. Now, have we all liked Chaim Bloom's moves? Yeah, especially in comparison to what the end of the tenure for Mo looked like. But I don't know if they're that much different. I think at one point Mo was all about pitching and defense and finding a new way, different ways to win. Going, zigging while the rest of the teams are zagging. I think Bloom has that same philosophy, but now he steps into a different situation with this ownership group.
So you just mentioned, two things that you highlighted that, okay, Chaim Bloom might do this a little bit differently, and everybody loves it. Is there something, Jamie, that Alexander Steen brings to the table that's different than Doug Armstrong that can ultimately give this franchise a leg up on some other franchises around the league?
Well, Steener's played the game. Bottom line, there's certain situations, no matter how smart Doug Armstrong is, how many years he's been in the game, he has not walked a mile in the shoes of the players. He hasn't. And not that you have to. Obviously, Army's been successful. One of the most successful GMs this franchise has ever seen, let alone, in ever. Won a Stanley Cup, gold medals, all the things that you talk about. But one thing he's never done is play. So when Steener sees a player that maybe is going through something, he can call that player, talk to him, and walk down that path with him of like, what's going on? Or if he starts seeing a player start to ascend with his play, he knows what's coming. He can see it because he's seen it with his own eyes of either himself playing the game or guys he played with, the way they started to move, their trajectory started to spike upward. He's just going to have that one little piece of the pie that Army just has never been able to have because he was never a player. I think that will be a slight difference for Steener.
And speaking of Army, he will join us coming up next in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Doug Armstrong now, the president of hockey operations. He will join us next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Super Bowl champion Carey Davis, former Blues defenseman Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head To the Callier and Thompson phone line, we're joined by the Blues president of hockey operations, Doug Armstrong. Army, thank you so much for rejoining us again.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So, Army, is it tonight or tomorrow morning where you fly out to the Cayman Islands for a month?
We'll wait through free agency. I want to see what Steener's got up his sleeve.
I figured. So, along those lines, Doug, just your initial thoughts of the last 2 years in mentoring Alex Steen, and maybe your confidence level right now moving forward, handing off the baton to him today.
Yeah, obviously very excited about it. I said earlier that the first year we sort of made him drink through a fire hose, get a feel of everything we had going on, and he got a little more laser focused this year on the team, the coaches, the effect that he can have coming out of the gate on the team on the ice next season and the year after, and he'll pick up those other things, Jamie, as he gets comfortable in the scouting area and sitting in meetings, pro amateur development, things like that. But he's ready to go. I know his inner circle is really excited, and we believe that we've put the organization in a good spot with things to grow around and things to build off of, and we'll continue to do that. And I'm looking forward to working with him.
This next question, maybe it's a better question for Steener, but I'll ask you: is there any plans to add to the organization? Does Alex have any people who he wants to add to his inner circle that maybe weren't with the team before?
Yeah, I don't think his inner circle. I think he's got Timmy Taylor and Ryan Miller, Al McGinnis, Keith DeChuck is in that group, and so it's a good group, and Scott Mellenby. So it's a good group, but I think over the next little while we'll be adding a few different layers to our overall staff. Some people that are very familiar with Alex, and I think it's important that he has some different voices in there, and that'll be coming up here probably over the next little while.
Army, you all did a fantastic job, in my opinion, during the draft and some of the trades. What went into the Mason McTavish trade? What was that about? How did that all come about?
Well, it's something I think probably St. Louis and probably 25 other teams are looking for second-line centermen. And when McTavish became available, we had felt that he built right into what we're trying to do here as far as his age. He just turned 23 or 23 years old, and with Damers and Holloway and Broberg, and there's a whole Robert Thomas is 26. I think we probably have 13 or 14 players out of our 23-man roster. They'll end up being 26 or younger, and so to add he and McMichael into that group was important for us. And the one thing that it's nice to get is because he started in the league at 19, he's gained a lot of scar tissue, and it's nice that's coming on somebody else's dime. So we can reap the benefits of some of those experiences he's had, and he's a proud athlete. He didn't have the year that he wanted to last year, and but we're excited to have him part of our team, and he's excited to be part of something. He's under contract. He doesn't have to worry about anything outside the game. Just preparing to come in here and be a really good player, and hopefully we'll become a really good team.
Army, you talk about last year, and I know the player very well. Played against his dad for many years, way back when, but he didn't have a great year last year. And when you're evaluating the player for the trade, because the ask was a lot, 2 first-round picks is a lot, and so as an organization, what was it about his game that you saw through some of the stuff that happened last year?
Yeah, I think you go back to his draft year when he went 3rd overall not too long ago, and then I looked at what he did in the OHL playoffs. I looked what he did at the World Junior. He's a big game player. He's had a history of raising his game when the stakes got higher. Even this year, in what would be considered a down year, I think he had 6 points in 10 playoff games. So he knows when the light is bright, and Jimmy, as you know, it's a tough league. It can be a very humbling league too. I think coming in last year, he was coming out of his entry-level contract. He had a contract dispute with Anaheim that led into the training camp, and that a new coach. It just was a very difficult start for him. But I just think his pedigree. I think when you look back at what he's accomplished in this league, to get into this league and what he's accomplished, it's a good risk for the Dallas Stars to take, or I'm sorry, St. Louis Blues to take. And what excites me is just the our group taking risks, taking chances. That's how we're going to get better. We're not you look at maybe some of the teams that players have number one on their list. I think our success has always been to grow and get players here and then have them not want to leave. And I think this is a perfect player that we can do that with.
The Blues president of hockey operations, Doug Armstrong, joins us right now on the Fast Line on 101 ESPN. Army, I distinctly remember when this was first announced that Steen was going to take over as GM. You had mentioned a couple of times how much you wanted to leave the Blues in a better place when eventually you either transitioned or left the front office. In what ways do you feel as though the Blues will be in a really good place with Alexander Steen, having worked with him now very closely over the last year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, well, again, what we wanted to do is set this up to play it forward, and just the number of players we have that can grow together. It quite honestly reminds me of a lot of when I got back here in 2008. When I took over in 2010, we had a couple of first-round picks that year in Tarasenko and Swartz, and then, they just started to come in here, and we started to build and grow together. And we were, we won in 19, but we were very competitive pretty well from 10 through 21, only winning once. But we were considered a top team, and I think right now with the number of players we have in that age group that can grow together, I think we're in a good spot. And we were able to have a lot of success for a number of years here and then sort of put ourselves back in that spot relatively quickly in the NHL, which it's not easy to do, and hopefully we've done a nice job. But I'm just excited about the amount of young top-end players that we have here.
Army, coincidence or not, but first day on the job for Alex Steen, there's a buyout that's announced. And you, my friend, went 16 years without having to perform a buyout on a player. What went into the thought process on this? And was everything is collaborative, I understand that, but was this a Doug Armstrong decision, Alex Steen, or both of you just said, yeah, it's time to do this?
Yeah, I think that we work we work in tandem, we work together on a lot of these decisions. I think with Drew, what happened was he has a very special skill set. And when Alex and I talked, we just didn't believe that we had the proper area to give him the best chance to have success. We have other players that we want to give opportunity to, and we just felt it was best for the Blues organization to provide him an opportunity to go and find a team that is probably better suited for him where he's at in his career. And more importantly, we want to build our own group, and we think we have a lot of players that can compete in that area. As far as who makes the decision, we make them as a group. Obviously, this Alex's name is on the press releases now moving forward. But I'll just give him as much guidance and information that I can as we make these decisions together.
Army, obviously, this is brand new and just now happening, but you've had a couple of years to prepare for it. What will you miss most about being the GM and holding that title?
Oh, talking to you guys.
You can join us. You can talk to us anytime you want to.
Somehow I don't believe you, Army.
Makes sense to me, Army.
No, I think I'll just miss the day-to-day camaraderie that I have with other managers. But it's time for a new voice. And but I think it's just when I've done something for 22 years, it's going to be interesting to try and look at it from a different viewpoint. But change is great, and I'm excited about this change.
Well, Army, we appreciate the time. We know this has been kind of a whirlwind, and as Jamie noted before, we know you got to get to the Bahamas, so we'll let you do so. Have you been able to enjoy any sort of World Cup action too, or have you just been grinding?
Yeah, no, I saw Canada win the other day, and now I saw that upset yesterday. That sets up for a round of 16 match for Canada that was probably a little bit better than the Netherlands. So yeah, no, I'm getting into it now.
I like it.
Jamie was wearing his. This won't surprise you, but he was wearing his Canadian Speedo around the office yesterday until HR got involved.
Ooh, I'm not sure that's a visual I want to get.
Nah, I'm sorry, but we saw it, so you got to see it too now.
Built for speed, Army.
Army, take care. Thank you so much.
Oh, guys, always enjoy chatting with you. Have a great summer.
Same to you.
You too.
Thank you. That's now the president of hockey operations. He was the president of hockey operations, but he also had the GM title. Now Alexander Steen has that GM title, and Army slips into the hockey operations title. The thing that he said there at the end, guys, about it's still a collaboration.
Yeah.
That's how I envision it moving forward.
Would you hear those names he rhymed off?
Yeah.
The name like Ryan Miller, Tim Taylor, Keith Kachuk, like all those names.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a massive group of knowledge right there.
Sure.
So why would anybody at any point just go rogue?
Right.
You can if you want ultimately at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably bounce it off those guys.
Well, somebody still, though, has to make the ultimate decision. Like,
They
who
do.
has the ultimate decision, do you think, on free agent moves, trades?
Well, the way that it's been presented is that Alex Steen will have the ultimate say on this unless Army hates it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of what we're looking at. And if Army hates it, they're going to go back into the office and talk about it some more and see if one of them changes their minds.
Sure. It's like a jury.
Yeah, a little bit.
Go back to the table, relook at the evidence.
I just don't see a world where Steiner does something that Army just can't stand and Army lets it happen without further discussion.
Sure.
I mean, because he still is the boss.
Yeah. Well, thank you to Doug Armstrong. Again, just joined us here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We will have the podcast posted at some point today. We'll have the interview posted at 101ESPN.com, as well as the 101 ESPN mobile app, which is powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Of course, the podcast presented by Shaver Door Company. We got a lineup tonight for the Cardinals as they open up a new series against the Atlanta Braves. So we'll play the lineup game next in the Fast Lane.
America turning 250. How about that? Well, my friends over at Circus Sports, they are celebrating big time by offering all users in Missouri $250. It's pretty easy, too. Find and download the app, Circus Sports, the white logo. That is for the state of Missouri. And then you sign up, get all your information in there, and then you put in $250. And then you play through said $250. Whenever that may be, Circus Sports, the moment you play through that, they're going to add $250 right back onto your account so that you can continue to have fun with everything that Circus Sports has to offer. And some of those great things are tight money line splits. They have high betting limits. They do have the best odds of any app that is out there. Great player props. And who doesn't love a parlay? They've got all of that set up for you, and it's super easy to navigate. It is sports betting the way it should be. So please don't miss out on any of the action. Download Bet Like a Pro with your Circus Sports app right now and today. For any other information, you can visit circusports.com. Again, that's circusports.com. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Earlier today, the Blues introduced Alexander Steen as the 12th general manager in franchise history. We talked a little bit about that at the beginning of the show, and then we just caught up with Blues President of Hockey Operations, Doug Armstrong. If you missed that interview, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Some other moves the Blues made today we'll discuss later in the show, but we got to get to the lineup game as the Cardinals are back in action tonight, taking on the Atlanta Braves. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals. He'll face off against Martin Perez. First pitch tonight is at 6:15. Lineup game coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Back in action after a night off. They'll take on the Atlanta Braves at Truist Park tonight. Martin Perez, a left-hander, will face the Cardinals tonight.
Uh-oh.
Matthew Liberatore, another lefty, will pitch for the Cardinals. All right, guys. Let's go.
Show us JJ Wetherholt.
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
All right. Show us Ivan Herrera.
What's your favorite position?
Designated hitter.
That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you.
Is this Jordan Walker here?
Yes.
Okay.
More than likely.
Show us Jordan Walker.
That one touched the ground. That one touched the ground.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I'm just fixing something that's been bugging me.
Wait a minute. What have we here?
All right, so we got Wetherholt, Herrera, Walker.
I think it's Velasquez.
It is often been Velasquez. So, yeah.
Show us Nelson Velasquez.
Man, I'm glad I called that guy.
Welcome back to the show.
All right. This can be a tricky spot.
It should be Burley.
I think it's Burley.
It should be Burley. We've also seen
Well, yeah.
Fermin.
I think that was because Burley had a day off.
Okay.
They had a day
They
off
kept
yesterday.
trying to give him a day off in that
They kept
one
trying to
minute.
get him. Yeah.
All right, so we think
I
Burley
think
here.
it's Burley.
We go lefty, we're going righty, righty, righty. It's time for a lefty. So it's either Burley or Newt.
That's kind of his. I mean,
Oh, yeah, Newt.
I don't think he's wrong. I don't think Newt's in. Well, I don't know.
I think it's Burley. Person.
All right. Show us Alec Burleson.
No.
So Burley not playing?
I don't know.
What do you think? It's Newt?
You're not going to go lefty-lefty.
Because Wynn is 6.
So it wouldn't be lefty-lefty.
Well, no, but if you went Burley, Newt, or Newt, then Burley, it'd be lefty-lefty.
Right.
Is Newt not playing, or is Burley not playing?
I don't know why either one of them would not be playing. Newt is probably not playing. Go with Fermin.
I think it's
Anthony.
Fermin
Go with
because it's a
Fermin.
lefty and Ollie gets a little right-handed heavy.
Go ahead.
All right. Show us Jose Fermin.
Hello, local utility.
Wow.
We overthought that one, huh?
I don't know if you overthought it.
What is he, third base? Left field?
Left field, probably.
Where's Velasquez then?
DH?
DH? No.
I don't know because Herrera's the DH.
Come on, fellas.
Okay, so Velasquez is definitely in left then.
So then Newt is here batting.
So Fermin would probably be at third, and then
Newt.
Blaze
Whoa.
Jordan at first.
Okay, I could go with that. So Newt is here
Yeah.
playing center field.
Yep.
Show us Lars Newbar.
Sorry, guys.
This is Mason Wynn then.
Yeah, it's Mason Wynn. I don't know why I did that.
It's all right.
It's always Mason Wynn at 6.
It's typically.
No, it's always.
All right, there you go.
Show us Mason Wynn.
Shortstop.
The hell was I thinking?
I don't know.
We overthought that one.
Yep.
We aren't in the top 10.
Wait. This is bullshit.
He's the best in the business.
Best arm in baseball.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Burley is here and Newt is out.
No, because Church is probably not in. So I think Newt is here playing center.
Blaze,
and then Blaze Jordan
who's catching? Paez?
Paez in ninth.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
So ninth, Paez.
So this is Newt.
Blaze.
This is Newt.
Okay, I can go with that.
Show us Lars Nootbaar.
Captain, you hear me? On your left.
Then I think it's Blaze Jordan.
Yes. Blaze it up.
Show us Blaze Jordan.
It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering, and they were blazing that up every day.
This is Paez.
I think so.
Show us Pedro Paez.
You are so wrong.
Okay, so Jimmy Crooks. Yeah.
No.
Who else is going to be? Need a catcher? Yeah, I don't think Avon is catching.
Tell you what, if it's not Crooks, then Herrera is catching.
Show us Jimmy Crooks.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, so they're trying something different with Liberatore. They're giving him a new catcher because it's always the catcher's fault when the pitcher doesn't play well. We know how
Good
that
call.
works.
All right, so if Herrera's catching, then Velasquez is your DH.
Yes.
That would mean
left field. This is Nathan Church.
Would be left field and Church would be center field.
Yes.
Show us Nathan Church.
I believe in the Church of Baseball.
Didn't see that
I've
coming.
tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones.
Wow.
All right, Marsh, run it for us.
All right, leading off, your second baseman, J.J. Weatherhold. Batting second and catching, Ivan Herrera. Batting third in right field is Jordan Walker. Your cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Nelson Velasquez. Batting fifth, third baseman, Jose Fermin. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Batting seventh in left field, Lars Nootbaar. Batting eighth, playing first base, is Blaze Jordan. Batting ninth in center field, Nathan Church.
Back. Stay fair! Stay fair!
Go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw!
Home run!
Okay.
Wow.
It's all the same, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, no one hit a home run on Friday. It's a tough game on Friday.
It certainly was. That's
Man,
when,
that Meyer fella's
Max
pretty
Meyer,
good.
yeah, he's
9-0 now.
Yeah, he's pretty disgusting. All right, Marsh, you got 13 points. You're in first.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go with Jose Fermin.
Wow.
Ferminator off the board. I'll take Herrera. Jamie, you have 10 points.
Yeah.
I have 12, by the way. Marsh with 13. I have 12. Jamie with 10.
Give me Blaze Jordan.
Okay. CD?
Give me Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker.
I think he's the only one that hit a home run for me.
Yeah.
All right, so that's your lineup game and the home run derby. So we got Jose Fermin going to Marsh. I took Herrera. Jamie went with Blaze Jordan, and CD just went with Jordan Walker. We have one World Cup game in the books today. It was Norway winning 2-1 over the Ivory Coast.
Man, that was a hell of a
very
game.
entertaining game.
Oh, that was a hell of a game.
Norway was leading 1-0 the entire game. Then Ivory Coast got a goal, evened things up, went into extras. I think Norway scored in extras, right? Do I remember
They
that?
scored before extras.
Right before 86 minutes. My bad.
Get it right, please.
Thank you.
With stats and facts.
It was Holland with his fifth goal in the World Cup. Wound up being the game winner. Almost duffed that thing.
Yeah. It was like a oops, and then he was like, oh.
He's like, whoa, shoot. I hit it a little too light.
Yeah.
But it wound up going in 2-1. So the Ivory Coast has been eliminated from World Cup play. And Norway, I believe, if I remember correctly, will take on Brazil.
That's a tough matchup there.
It's a tough
It's a
draw.
good one.
As they say.
I kind of enjoyed the way Norway played. They were pressing a lot.
I enjoyed the game as a whole.
What'd you call me?
Anthony. No, it was a good game, man. The thing about, we don't watch, soccer. I'll speak for myself. I can't speak for what you all do in your homes, especially you, Anthony.
Seriously.
But I don't watch soccer as often as maybe I should. But the World Cup has been very, very exciting. We were talking about, it's no goal scored, but you are literally sitting there on pins and needles every time, a team gets in scoring distance. Like, you're like, this is it. They get a shot on goal. We saw Ivory Coast have a hell of a shot, and the goalie made an outstanding save there in extra time. Like, this is fun to watch, man.
The second half.
Second halves are fun.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Especially if the games are tight.
You're going to slow down a little bit, CD? Hey, hold on there, brother.
The second half, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Second half's been really exhilarating. The first half, we had the first half on yesterday, wherever it was, Germany.
Even today, the first part of the Norway game, first half, nah.
Yeah, we had the first.
Second half, we're okay.
Yeah.
Because it feels like any play that can happen in the second half can end the game.
Right.
In some way.
Yeah. Whereas the first half, I feel like it's a lot of the same stuff going back and forth. And I get it. It's kind of soccer, but you're waiting for the other team to make a mistake.
And fatigue sets in the second half.
Sure. It's more mistakes happen. But these games, so far, I think all the knockout games have been outstanding. The two last night, the game that we were watching, Germany got the goal stripped from them. And then
that was terrible.
Because the goalie flopped.
Yeah.
And then Paraguay won in penalty kicks. And then Morocco beat the Netherlands in penalty kicks last night. So each game so far in the knockout round has been highly entertaining. You haven't had a 2-0 game going into the second half where it's I don't even need to watch this one. Of course, the Americans play tomorrow night. And we will be at Ballpark Village. So you can join us, the Fast Lane, tomorrow, Wednesday, with Michelob Ultra at Ballpark Village for the U.S. men's soccer team match in the round of 32. Carey, Jamie, Marsh, myself will all be there, and Michelob Ultra will be on site with 101 ESPN and Ultra giveaways starting at 2 p.m., leading up to kickoff of the U.S. match versus Bosnia. Michelob Ultra is a superior light beer and the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. So be sure to enjoy an Ultra as you cheer on your favorite team. Again, this tomorrow, starting at 2 p.m. with us, the Fast Lane, and Michelob Ultra at Ballpark Village, leading up to the knockout round match at 7 o'clock. Get all the details at 101ESPN.com. When we played the lineup game, we talked about Matthew Liberatore starting. The Cardinals making a big mistake, continuing to have Liberatore in the starting rotation. That's next on 101 ESPN. Before we dive into our Matthew Liberatore conversation, he will pitch tonight against the Atlanta Braves. The Cardinals did make a move today. Not what you're thinking, but Ryan Stanek has been placed on the paternity list.
Congratulations.
Ryan Fernandez has been activated from the 15-day IL. Yes, congratulations. Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, congratulations. Yeah. Indeed, yes. So Ryan Stanek has been placed on the paternity list. Ryan Fernandez has been activated from the 15-day IL. Before we dive into the Liberatore conversation, though, this is Ollie on Liberatore. This was from earlier today, the Gas House Gang show on the Cardinals radio network. So here's Ollie on Libby.
This is part of it. Like it's one thing to say that in spring training and everyone go, you know what? Yeah, that sounds good. Let's give these guys an opportunity. But now that, holy cow, they're winning a little bit. They have a chance to make the playoffs. You want to veer from that. And that's when you truly need to be disciplined and stick to your word. And this is part of it. There's a plan in place. We've talked through every option and some that you haven't discussed, right? Like, We've gone through that exercise, and we have an idea of how we would like this to work out. But when it comes to Libby, man, yeah, he'll take that start tonight. And there's some things there from a usage standpoint and execution standpoint that we're hoping to see him take the next step in order for this to go better for him. If you look at a lot of his outings, man, they're just bunching him up. It's just the 3+ runs in an inning, like when it happens, man, it's like it's a big number. And then he throws up zeros in those other ones. So we have to solve for that as well. So Dusty, I had a long conversation with him. He's head down trying to figure it out with them. But when Heim says we're going to give this guy a shot, like that's part of it.
I get it. I understand. Again, that audio courtesy of the Cardinals radio network, Ollie on Liberatore, the Gas House Gang. I get it. I do. I think he brings up a good point in that if we're going to talk about giving this guy a chance in spring training, then we're going to see this thing through. You don't just reverse course in the middle. Again, assuming, of course, that you're giving kind of a long runway to Matthew Liberatore. Here's the facts, though. His last 5 starts, his ERA is 7.71. 7.71. No other starter's close to that. Andre Palante's got a 3.16 over his last 5 starts. Kyle Leahy over this time period it expands 6 starts. Excuse me. He's got a 3.52. Dustin May's got a 3.57. Michael McGreevy a 3.41. Everybody else is in the low to mid 3.5s as far as ERA over their last 5.26 starts. Liberatore 7.71. And if you're an advanced metric person, those numbers are shaky too. For example, fielding independent percentage is a 6.81. You read it just like you would an ERA. But it's a more advanced statistic to tell you how that pitcher is performing. 6.81 for Liberatore compared to an ERA of 7.71. He hadn't been good. So the question is, are the Cardinals making a mistake by keeping Liberatore in the rotation?
The Cardinals are doing exactly what they told you they were going to do. They're going to ride the highs and the lows with their young players throughout this season. There will not be, in my opinion, there won't be any of those hair trigger, like, he's had a bad game or two, he's out. Mm-hmm. Now, Gorman, it was extended period of time that they made that decision there. But we go back to the argument or the discussion of they had a succession plan for Gorman. It's Blaze Jordan. Did they think it was going to, did they know it was going to work out? No, they didn't. But they were willing to try it. And Victor Scott, Nathan Church came back. Lars Nootbaar came back. All of a sudden, he became expendable, at least being optioned to the minors to find his game again. Right now, the Cardinals are telling you they don't believe that they have the next man up ready for Liberatore, and they're also telling you that they're going to ride it out with this player until every avenue's a dead end. Mm-hmm. And I personally, I don't know this to be true. I said it before on this show. I think they might use the All-Star game, like internally right now, watching his starts and everything until the All-Star break. And then maybe then they gather around and try to figure out if they stay the course or if they try something different.
I think it's awesome. I mean, you might not like it, you might not agree with it, but you heard Ollie say this comes with it. Like these things happen. And when we say we're going to give this young man an opportunity, You just mentioned Nolan Gorman. You gave him how many years worth of opportunities until it was almost known that when he comes up to the bat, it's probably going to be a strikeout. He's probably going to be sitting back down with us here shortly. Mm-hmm. And like Jamie said, you had someone to replace him. Like, I think the decision could be easier if there was somebody in AAA that was just tearing it up. And you're like, okay, yeah, we probably need to move Matthew to the bullpen and give this young up-and-coming pitcher an opportunity because he's really tearing it up down there in AAA. Like, he's doing an outstanding job in Memphis. It's his turn. But you don't have that happening, and you still, he mentioned it, it's generally one bad inning. Mm-hmm. The other innings, so you almost can't discredit the other innings as well. Because, yeah, you look at that one inning, okay, what happened? What was the cause of it? But the other 3 or 4 or 5 innings, you're like, dude, this is not happening. So how do we get this part of it? We're getting more of these innings that are not blown up as opposed to this one inning, but it seems like the one inning is the bigger picture, and it's ruining almost the entire thing.
It is.
So
ruining it.
How do you get to remove that one inning or limit that one inning? Instead of it being a 4-run inning, hey, maybe we can make it a 2-run inning. Instead of it being a 6-run inning, let's try to keep it down to 3. Like, let's find a way to get out of this inning with the least amount of damage as possible. But again, you do have to consider the other innings that are taking place as well. So I think they're seeing the bigger picture as opposed to that one inning that obviously is extremely glaring.
I totally agree with like the bigger picture aspect of things. I do believe, though, that at least for this next stretch, there's no way that you can say this team is setting this dude up for success with the teams that they're about to face. And also, while you're trying to develop this guy, what are you doing to this bullpen? This bullpen is like going through it, man. When this guy starts, just know that you're probably going to have to use a lot of arms. At least that's been the case over his last few starts.
Yeah.
How does that set up the rest of the series? What does that look like for the next series? We're seeing bullpen guys starting to kind of flail a little bit.
If it wasn't the same issue dating back to last year, it's weird, right? Because it's like one issue. If you just solve this one issue, you might have a bona fide, number 3 starter. But it has been the same problem with Matthew Liberatore, the one blow-up inning, dating back to midway point of last year. It's the same thing. So there's something going on in which he does have that one blow-up. And CD, it's like we've talked about before, our run defense has been pretty good. Gave up the 99-yard rushing touchdown there in the second, so numbers a little bloated.
Skewed.
Well, you give up a 60-plus yard rushing touchdown every game. Every single game you give up a 60-plus. You know what I mean? So at some point you got to say, all right, we still got a problem here. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at with Liberatore. If it were me, I think Jamie's right. You get to the All-Star break, which gives him two more starts. If it's the same issue again, I'm putting Hunter Dobbins in that starting rotation for the second half. Liberatore's going to the bullpen, and that's the end of it. That would be me. So because Dobbins, by the way, sorry, Marsh, Dobbins is 26.
He's been fine.
Dobbins is not 23. He ain't gonna ruin this guy. He's 26. It's time to find out what you have in Dobbins, too. Who, by the way, you made the trade for. Mm-hmm. And Bloom is very familiar with Dobbins from his days in Boston.
Obviously, they're taking on the Braves. Good baseball team. They've been struggling a little bit. We highlighted that yesterday, but still a really good baseball team. For you guys in tonight's outing, I don't think it'll change their opinion. Obviously, we just heard the audio. But for you, what does this outing have to look like for you to understand why the Cardinals would keep him in the rotation?
Well, here's the good part about it's been the one issue, right? If the one issue doesn't resurface, to Carey's point, then he should be fine. If the rest of the innings in his outing are fine, and he avoids the one blow up, then he should be getting to the 5th and 6th consistently. And if he does that tonight, he gets another start, does it again. He's got to show some good consistency, some positive consistency. That's all it is for me.
I don't think that they're, from how Ali sounded in that cut we had earlier, I don't think they're at the point where they're like, this is a make or break start for him. We're getting to the point where, if you don't do well, we're not going to. He said that comes with it, meaning those innings when you're still younger and maybe not a veteran, 10-year pitcher, like you're still working on things. You're still trying to figure out how to manage not having that one specific inning, and we're here with you trying to work with you through it. And the fact that they are not a team that is expected to be a championship team, you can have this time. Like their timeline, and he also mentioned that, like, fans start winning and then the expectations change. Well, our expectations are we're still in the position of growing our team to the place where it needs to grow and finding out if this player, this specific player, and that specific player, and that guy, if they're going to be here in 2 to 3 years when we are in that championship window. You don't do that by just throwing them away and saying, okay, that's it, we're done.
Yeah.
You're not in the place to try to win a championship right now, so it doesn't matter. And fans will become frustrated. What are you doing? That's not the plan. And just because you're not privy to the plans doesn't mean that there isn't one in place. It might not be your damn business to know what my plans are. Just know I got a plan, and this is part of it. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
I understand.
That's not an apology.
I understand why fans, though, feel a certain way, because they've heard for years, be patient with these players, and some of those players have not turned out to be good.
Yeah.
And some of them have, because they told you to be patient when Jordan Walker.
Absolutely.
He's pretty damn good. Like, so there is you do have an answer to that as well. Like sometimes when you hear be patient, oh, it's Dylan Carlson, and then sometimes you hear be patient, and it's damn Jordan Walker. So,
but that's one guy.
In their mind, they are saying you don't know. Like they had the expectations for Dylan Carlson to be this type of player. Same thing for Nolan Gorman. It didn't pan out, but it did pan out, or it has so far panned out for Jordan Walker. Blaze Jordan, probably the same kind of mindset. They're going to tell you at some point you got to be patient with him. Like he's not going to hit 50 home runs his first year. Probably not going to happen, but be patient. Eventually, maybe he gets you 30, 35. So I just think that that's where they are with Matthew Liberatore. You may not like it. They believe in him. You may be frustrated as hell watching him throw, give up 6 hits and 4 runs and probably 2 pass balls that allowed 2 of those runs. But, it comes it comes with it.
It all comes back to the catcher for CD. That's why he's a Cardinals fan. All right, it's Fast Line on 101 ESPN. We do have our daily drop segment earlier in the show today. You can use our Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop feature via the 101 ESPN mobile app, which is powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. If you want to talk about the Steen Army transition, Armstrong, anything Armstrong said earlier today on the show, Matthew Liberatore, you want to sound off on anything, leave us a mic drop, and we'll get to that in about 15 minutes or so. Speaking of the Blues, they placed Jonathan Drouin on waivers for the purpose of buying out his contract. Jamie had an interesting question for Army that you'll hear his response on. We'll get into that conversation next on 101 ESPN. 3:05, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Again, if you want to leave us a Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop via the Dobbs Star Notice Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Anything you want to talk about today, Steen, Army, Matthew Liberatore, you can. Speaking of Army, Jamie, you asked Doug Armstrong earlier. He went his entire GM
16 years
career
without a buyout.
Without a buyout.
Yep.
Steen takes over for an hour, and he goes, you know what, let's buy out Jonathan Drouin. He was placed on waivers for the purpose of buying out his contract. So why? Here's Army's response earlier today in the Fast Lane.
We work in tandem. We work together on a lot of these decisions. I think with Drew, what happened was he has a very special skill set. And when Alex and I talked, we just didn't believe that we had the proper area to give him the best chance to have success. We had other players that we want to give opportunity to, and we just felt it was best for the Blues organization to provide him an opportunity to go and find a team that is probably better suited for him where he's at in his career. And more importantly, we want to build our own group, and we think we have a lot of players that can compete in that area. As far as who makes the decisions, we make them as a group. Obviously, Alex's name is on the press releases now moving forward, but I'll just give him as much guidance and information that I can as we make these decisions together.
All right, so Jamie, translate that. Why do you think Jonathan Drouin was placed on waivers? Again, 16 years without buying out a contract. First day for Steener.
I don't think this buyout has anything to do with Doug Armstrong or Alex Steen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this to be true as far as what they are saying publicly or behind closed doors, but all of my years around the NHL tell me that in order to make that trade work with the New York Islanders, the Blues were almost forced to take Jonathan Drouin back in the deal in order to make some of the money work for the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
So the Blues probably thought internally, hey, let's see how it goes. Let's see. And then they noticed that Drouin's just a different spot in his career. It's not like he's a young guy that's going to all of a sudden change and start playing a way more blue-collar style game. He's better suited for a wide-open hockey team. Like, I could see him being a Chicago Blackhawk next year. They need some offense. They're not really caring about winning right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go sign this Drouin guy.
Yeah.
So I just think the Blues internally, in order to get that first-round pick from the Islanders and to move Braden Shen to the Islanders, they had to take back Jonathan Drouin in the deal. The long-term outlook for Jonathan Drouin was not as a St. Louis Blue, and they probably explored some of the trade options out there. There probably weren't very many at the current salary that Drouin's making. So the Blues now had to make a tough executive decision and waive him with the purposes of buyout.
There you go.
So
My
for
thoughts.
the fans that don't know, in terms of money-wise, what does this mean for the Blues and the cap hit and all that stuff? Because we saw the Wild do something similar a few years ago and how that impacted their team. What does this look like for the Blues cap-wise?
Yeah, well, when Minnesota did it, Billy Guerin, I mean, he really, oh boy.
He really went in.
He went all in. It was costing them a big portion on the salary cap. When you look at Jonathan Drouin, if I pull up his... there we go. No, he's not even on here. They've already got him off of here. Okay. Jonathan Drouin. He his current cap hit is like $4 million, I believe, is what his salary is. His cap hit will only be 1.33333 for 2 years in a row. For 26-27, roughly 1.3, and 27-28, 1.3. So
that's pretty doable.
Yeah, and you're getting 2.9 million, I think, in cap relief at that point. It gives you an opportunity, if you want to go find another player, that you can do so. So, yeah, his current cap hit is $4 million. So it's a nice little bonus for the Blues to buy him out. But that player now can be bought out for, the remaining, the 1/3 of his contract, and then go sign right away with somebody else.
Okay. Well.
It's probably going to work for both sides on this one, because Jonathan Drouin was a healthy scratch for a bunch of games coming down the stretch. It was obvious he wasn't a part of the Blues' plan, and at 2 more years at $4 million, he really wasn't going to be part of the plan.
Sure.
So this gives the player the opportunity to find another contract, stay in the NHL, and he's still getting paid a good chunk of change.
The one thing that I took away is the internal competition that they want to sort of bring in. We've heard that a lot, but I feel like heading into this season with so many young players, it's that much more crucial to have all these players vying for a position on the roster. I see everybody on X posting their upcoming roster with the lineup for opening night, and there's some players on there that I'm like, oh wow, these people don't have this guy in the lineup. But I feel like that's a good thing for the Blues, where we really don't know what the line combinations are going to be.
Yeah, it's way too early, and there's too many people on the dance floor right now. It's got to sort itself out in some way. But again, that goes back to the internal competition. Like certain guys aren't competing for roster spots. We know who they are. They're pillars of your team. But there's going to be, the bottom 6 forwards and the bottom 2 or 3 defensemen. There's going to be a battle for those spots. And I think that's what Alex Steen wants.
It's fascinating on 101 ESPN. We did have a trade earlier today, too, in the NHL. The Panthers acquired goalie Jacob Markstrom from the New Jersey Devils, allowing the 2-time Stanley Cup winner Sergei Bobrovsky to hit free agency. The Panthers sent three players in the deal to the Devils for Markstrom, and then they also got a center in return, Crookshank, the team announced. Markstrom, 36 years old, starting a new 2-year contract that was given to him by the Devils last November. What do you think of this move?
Us Panthers going for it again. They probably kicked the tires on Jordan Binnington with Army, and, we've said many, many times before, there's more value for the Blues to keep Binnington than to trade him. And so they probably were looking around. They probably kicked the tires on Connor Hellebuck. That is still up in the air as to what the Winnipeg Jets are going to do with him, if anything, for that matter. Jacob Markstrom, I think his time had come to an end in New Jersey. He started out as a Florida Panther, so reacquire him. You don't need Dominic Hasek in between the pipes for your team in Florida. You don't. You
just need somebody steady.
You need somebody who can give you consistency, and then when the games matter, you need someone who can come up with that 1 or 2 big saves. And they believe he can be the guy. So I think the Panthers have found their goalie. They still have Radko Gudas that they own his rights. I don't know if they're going to try and sign him or not, but they just keep getting stronger every friggin' day.
Yeah.
Damn you.
Team's loaded. It's fascinating on 101 ESPN. So we were going to do the daily drop, but we only got one mic drop thus far.
You call them out. You guys got a lot to say. Let's go.
You know what would get the people going? An NBA segment. You don't want us to talk NBA, then you start sending in the mic drops. All right? NBA talk, specifically LeBron, next on 101 ESPN. It's Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. So, headlines today throughout the NBA. LeBron tells Lakers he plans to play elsewhere. I don't know why. I just think that's kind of funny. Like, LeBron's like, I'll let you know. And the Lakers 2 weeks ago were like, yeah, we're going to probably give you way less than you think you're going to get. But it's LeBron that's going to break up with them.
Well, I think he may have told them prior to free agency and the draft, potentially, that there were something that he may have given them a heads up so they can move how they needed to move accordingly, so they didn't have to worry about, his salary. But either way, no. When you're one of the best players to ever play the game, you kind of have that cachet. You can do that. You can have that luxury.
You think it's funny that he announced it almost 24 hours after Bronny James, his contract kicked in, where he's guaranteed his $2.5 million?
I'm sure that had something. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing.
And
until everybody
get taken care of.
Make sure my guys get paid, my son specifically. Yeah, there you go.
By the way, breaking news in the NBA. Sources say the Clippers are nearing a deal with the Raptors to send Kawhi Leonard back to Toronto.
Send him home.
The deal, nearing a deal to send Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. So there you have it.
Good job, man. Good for Kawhi. Going back to Toronto, and maybe they can go try to win another championship. As far as LeBron goes, this is intriguing. Like, this is the biggest news. He's obviously, on his last few years, some would assume, of his career, and the name, some of the places that that have been expected or have been named for him to possibly go. One being the Cleveland Cavaliers, going back to Cleveland and running that back. They had a really good season last year. Were unable to get over the hump and make it into the NBA Finals. But they are a really good team. I hear talking. Am I crazy? Is that his
You're not. I think it's bleeding a little bit through whatever Marsh is listening to.
That's my bad. I'm listening to the 6-1 Hates Mike drop.
Oh, that's all right. He's probably screaming at you.
Hearing things. And then the Golden State Warriors, where, there were reports, we talked about it yesterday, potentially him and Anthony Davis being traded to the Warriors. I'm a Warriors fan. That I would love to see that, man. I think that would be outstanding. Him, Steph, maybe Jimmy Butler, if he's able to play coming back off of the ACL injury. I don't know what else is going on with Jimmy Butler.
Got a couple things.
That would be outstanding. But this is the biggest news in NBA right now because LeBron James has decided he's not going to be a Laker, but also said he's not retiring, which lets you know he's going to play somewhere next year, and they're going to be, heavily favored wherever he ends up.
Can't wait for the decision 2.0.
Yeah, man. Go back to the same place.
The first time it worked so good.
It did.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
Not
a PR nightmare at all.
People loved it, man.
Mm-hmm. This would be great. It'd be so compelling. I can't wait to hear where LeBron goes.
Do you think the Lakers are happy with the LeBron? I don't want to call it an experiment by any means, but like the era that LeBron.
Would they win one COVID championship in the NBA tournament?
Yeah, the COVID bubble.
Now is that a participation trophy?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty close, yeah.
That one doesn't count.
He basically won league games. Good work, guys.
It's like Brady's last one doesn't count.
There you go.
Like, do you think it was a success in LA with LeBron?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
In comparison, because I was looking.
They did win the fake title, so.
I was looking at all of the Laker greats. Like, you got Shaq, you got Kobe, you got Magic, you got Kareem. Like, those guys won multiple championships.
Kurt Rambis.
But him too, obviously, superstar in his own world. But then you got like Wilt and Jerry West, who only won one championship during their times in LA. So I do think it's a success. I do think he's among those greatest Lakers to ever have played the game. But I think if he were, I would assume he
one of the
like
greatest Lakers, or just a great player that played for the Lakers.
Yeah,
I was just about to ask that. I don't consider him to be a Laker.
I could agree with that.
I think he's more a great player that played for the Lakers.
I can agree with that.
Okay,
but is Wilt a great Laker because he played in Philly? He played in was it Golden State prior to that? Like,
I don't think of Wilt as a Laker. Like, I know he was, but I don't think of him as a Laker.
I think of him as a Laker.
I don't.
I think of Jerry West as a Laker.
Obviously. I definitely think of Jerry as a Laker, and obviously,
You think of Shaq as a Laker, but he played more time in other places than he did in L.A.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
So I mean, he
That
played.
is true. What do you think? Well, yeah. What do you? Sorry if I missed it, but what do you guys consider LeBron?
I said he's a great player that played for the Lakers.
No, but when you think of like what you just said with Shaq,
I think of him as a Cleveland Cavalier.
So do I.
That's where he started his career. He won that championship with them. A great NBA Finals, by the way. Did win 2 with the Heat.
Yeah.
But that feels like a blur, much like this does with the Lakers.
I think of him as a Cav.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you should go back there. I think the East is much easier than the West.
I mean,
That's just
who
my
wouldn't want to
opinion.
go from L.A. to Cleveland, you know?
Cleveland in the summertime is actually not bad.
It's fine.
Just the wintertime is
North
terrible.
Ohio.
Cleveland's not
Northeast. That's what
Northeast Ohio.
Cleveland's not a terrible team by any means.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Like,
Yeah.
do you want to go to Gold? I understand the allure to go to Golden State and play with some great players, but like to me, that feels like what Kevin Durant did. Do you want to be in that same sentence as Kevin Durant?
Hell yeah.
I mean, LeBron kind of. I understand what you're saying, but he's kind of already done that.
Done it.
Yes, but
He's already been KD.
But those players went to play with him.
No.
Let's be honest.
Who, with LeBron?
In Miami?
No.
They went to trade. They went to play
He
with
went to play with Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
And then they
Dwayne Wade
drugged
was
Chris
there.
Bosh along.
Well, I see it as Dwayne
Nah.
Wade was already there, and those guys wanted to play with LeBron.
Dwayne Wade already won a championship there.
That's fair.
And he came to Dwayne's team. That was Dwayne Wade's team. Like it was. They instead of Dade County, they called it Wade County. Like that was Dwayne Wade's city. That was his team, and he invited Chris Bosh and LeBron James into his own turf.
Mm-hmm.
And then he allowed LeBron to say, "Okay, you're the greatest. You're the best player here. You can have it."
That's fine. That makes it look even worse than what I originally thought.
That's correct.
In terms of if you want to do the whole MJ LeBron discussion, which has been overblown, but
it's been
and over talked about, but everyone's going to keep talking about it probably till we're all dead.
Sure. Well, okay, so you asked about like the Lakers, whether or not it's a success. So the first season he was there, they finished 4th in their division. They won the finals.
Their division?
The 4th in,
That's good.
4th in their division. Yeah, there were 4 out of 5 teams.
So they had a great year, huh?
They did not play well. That's what I'm trying to say. They won the finals, the fake finals, lost in the first round, did not make the playoffs, lost in the conference finals, lost in the first round, lost in the first round, then lost in the semis.
So I would say this, because as I was looking at like Magic, I think he's got 4 championships, 3 or 4. Obviously Kareem, same. Maybe it's 5. I can't remember. Kobe and Shaq, they won 3 together. Then Kobe won 2 more. Jerry West only won 1, but he went to multiple NBA finals. Wilt Chamberlain only won 1 with the Lakers, but he also went to multiple NBA finals with the Lakers. That to me would be why some would not consider LeBron a great Laker. Because Lakers, they're all about championships and being in the championship game, and you've only done it 1 time.
Yeah.
Like you only went 1 time, and then some people put an asterisk by it because they say, well, Jamie said it was the COVID championship. It was in the bubble. There
It's
weren't
not just
fans
what I
allowed.
A lot of people say it.
Well, what you just said to begin this segment.
Yeah.
There weren't. It wasn't any traveling involved. Everyone was. It was like an AAU tournament, and it was really. It wasn't the same as a real NBA season.
Right.
So I think that's why some people look. And I lived in LA. My uncle is a huge Laker fan. He not really. He's from LA. Not really a LeBron guy. Like a lot of Laker fans are not LeBron fans.
Right.
They just aren't. Like they are not LeBron fans. So great. I think I may agree with Jamie. A great player that played for the Lakers, but maybe not a great Laker. But it's still going to be interesting to see where he ends up, next season, which team he ends up playing for.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Are we good for the daily drop now, Marsh?
Yeah, we got a few Matthew Liberatore drops. The 618 left something about the Blues.
Okay.
Not trying. And we got an interesting question from Andrew, too. That's not sports related, but good one. So
there you go. All right, so that's your tease on the daily drop, which we'll do next on 101 ESPN. When it comes to selection, You can't beat Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum. They've got over 1,000 brand new and pre-owned vehicles at Auto Center, all in one location right out in Herculaneum. They're just minutes from South County, right off I-55. When it comes to the deals, the offers that they have, they're also difficult to beat. If you're looking for brand new Nissans, they've got them. And in fact, they've got Nissan Pathfinders, Rogues, Muranos. They've got Frontier models that are priced and ready to go. 0% APR for 60 months. That's available right now on select new Rogue, Pathfinder, Murano, and Frontier models. They also have the 30-day return promise within 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied with the vehicle, bring it back for a full refund. They'll set you up with something else. I highly recommend test driving the Pathfinder. I'm in a brand new Pathfinder from Auto Centers Nissan. I love the third row. I love the space. I love that it still drives great from a SUV standpoint. It is awesome. But I've also taken a drive in the Muranos that are sleek. The technology now for Nissans, all the Nissans, is off the charts. You're going to really enjoy driving the Nissans at Auto Centers Nissan. But again, if you're looking for a different make, different model, Auto Centers Nissan has those as well in pre-owned vehicles. So check them out online at autocentersnissan.com. When you do head out to the dealership, tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan, Herculaneum.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Blues introduced Alexander Steen as the 12th general manager in franchise history earlier today. We talked with Doug Armstrong, president of hockey operations for your St. Louis Blues. If you missed that interview, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobstar and Auto Centers 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We talked earlier about Jonathan Drouin being placed on waivers for the purpose of buying out his contract. And we also had discussions about Matthew Liberatore as he makes the start tonight for your St. Louis Cardinals. Atlanta Braves. Cardinals will face off against those Braves tonight, 6:15 first pitch. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Normally we do this in the 5 o'clock hour, but we decided to bump it up. It's our daily drop, which you can leave a Skyly Heating Company mic drop via the 101 ESPN mobile app. It's powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. So we got a couple of different mic drops, including one from the gentleman that we call the 618.
What's happening, guys? Boy, those Florida Panthers, man. It must be nice to have a GM that actually tries for a living. You know, the fact that they are going for another cup, I mean, it's nice to see that they actually have a GM or ho-ho that actually tries and wants to win a cup instead of just getting mediocre trades and talent and whatever else. I mean, to get both Kachuk brothers on that team and really try, pretty impressive. Just wish we had something like that in St. Louis. Better keep cool, boys. It's a hot one in the shop.
I think the 618 brings up a good point. When you look at what the Panthers have and what the Blues have, it doesn't rate, you know?
You know what I think?
I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Listen.
Continue. We step over here. My goodness.
You look at the success that the Panthers have had over the past 3 to 4 years compared to what the Blues have had success-wise. Does not compare. So you tell me where the 618 has gone wrong here. Okay? Look at the offseason the Panthers have had, Jamie. Matthew Kachuk, just now joined by Brady Kachuk. They recognize they're going to need a goaltender. They go out and get one today.
Yep.
They make moves after moves after moves. Panthers are ready to rock. You tell me where he's gone, what he said wrong there. I'll hang up and listen.
No, they should be a GM.
So I would say, I don't think the 618 is mad at the Blues. You spoke about Florida, and we know that Florida has a few things that, I don't know, St. Louis doesn't. Ocean, beach, palm trees, weather, state taxes. That's where the 618 really needs to focus his attention. Talk to your representative. Talk to your state legislature. Talk to the people that make the laws and remove those damn state taxes. If not for anyone else, but for the St. Louis Blues. Because that is the one thing that is preventing you from getting those players. Yeah, the state taxes, man. That's a big thing. So if you have an issue, don't complain to us. Write into your representatives, your senators, your governors, your local government, and see how we can get these state taxes removed. Not for me, Jamie. Not for you. But for the St. Louis Blues. But not for us.
I'm a former Blue.
Not for us specifically, but we will reap the benefits when the St. Louis Blues no longer have to deal with these state taxes. I get on the phone with your people now, everyone. The 618 is imploring you to do so, as am I. Let's get these state taxes removed from the wonderful state of Missouri, so we can get our hockey team better.
And it also would have nothing to do with the players that he mentioned, some of them just declaring that they only really wanted to go to the Florida Panthers. Like, I don't know how you fix that. Like, how can Doug Armstrong compete with that? We had Army on last week discussing the Brady Kachuk deal. Well, we weren't on his list. So did you have Zoom? No, that's kind of where it ended.
Yeah.
So what do you want Army to do? 618, you heard him say he made the phone call. He made 2 phone calls. That's trying. What are you going to do?
They didn't try hard enough, apparently.
Yeah, but how can you try hard when the player's like, no?
You got to convince them.
I don't know.
I think, like, obviously what the Panthers have done is very impressive, but, you know, when you are building a skyscraper. You just don't snap and the skyscraper is built. You have to lay a foundation. You have to build it from the ground up. The Panthers overnight did not become one of the best hockey teams in the NHL. It took a long time for them to become good. So much time that to me, they were a relevant franchise in the NHL. Jamie went there to pick up a couple points every time they played.
Yeah.
That's how bad they were. It took a long time for them to be good. You have to just wait for the Blues to build that foundation. We saw it in the mid-2010s. Like when they were bad, when you left, Jamie, of course, you left and they became bad.
Fell apart.
Like it takes a little bit. Yeah. The Cardinals are going through the same thing right now.
Even though I was like 40 at the time.
Yeah. Either way. All right, let's hear from Vic next.
Stay on.
If they could send down Vic and send down Gorman, and I might have missed somebody else, but if they can do that and then trade off the other players, they could easily, and I'm not saying even put Libby in the minor leagues, could easily put Libby back in the bullpen by the time the All-Star break comes and bring up Dobbins or somebody. Dobbins, I'm not saying he was Cy Young, but I thought Dobbins was much better than Libby when he pitched here. I mean, a couple of those times he got a 4-inning save. Some of these guys can't get a 1-inning save. None of us go 4 innings and get a save. So, I mean, Libby sometimes can't even go 4 innings and get not even the win, but can't even go 4 innings and do whatever. So to put him down in the minors, I'm not asking for them to, trade off their assets and stop the, quote, rebuild that I never believed in the first place. But I'm saying Libby for the sake of the team. You're not developing your bullpen players well either. If you're like Marshy said, if you're overusing the bullpen players because of him, if he only goes 3 or 4 innings, then those guys got to work harder. And then by the time that you really need the bullpen guys, you can't use them.
I would have to disagree. What was that caller? I'm sorry. Vic. I would disagree.
With what part?
If anything, Matthew Liberatore is doing his best to give these bullpen arms an opportunity to show their stuff.
That is one way to put it.
That's a spin right there.
Doing his best to give who else is going to give these guys that many opportunities?
Right? The guy's a giver.
Am I right? Every fifth day, those bullpen arms know I got to be ready. And you don't get that if you don't have Libby on the mound. Just saying. Libby's doing God's work.
Boy, a lot of unpack there, CD. I don't disagree with Vic. I actually made the same point a week ago. I made the same exact point. Victor Scott. Remember, we had the whole discussion about Victor Scott and Nolan Gorman. Whether there was some urgency that was sent there with those guys being sent down, but there does seem to be more opportunities given to Matthew Liberatore right now. So I don't disagree with the first part of what Vic said. And to Carey's point, and nothing else, he gives bullpen plenty of opportunities to showcase what they can do. All right, let's hear from Nicholas next.
Hey guys, heard you talking about Matthew Liberatore. He's got a different catcher tonight. If he don't have that one blow-up inning, he's actually a pretty good starter. I heard you have predictions. If he can go 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 5 strikeouts, that's better than having a blow-up inning and scattered the 3 runs. Let's say 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fifth. I say that's a pretty good outing. I mean, he's got Herrera catching him, and Herrera's done pretty good for the 2 guys he's catching now, along with Jimmy Crooks. But he tried that experiment with Crooks, and it didn't pan out. So now they're trying something different. See you guys.
Yep. I agree.
Wrong.
No, he's not.
It's not wrong.
It's just 1 inning.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah, but
almost every game.
Unfortunately.
It's tough. Focus, man. If you get 4 good innings and 1 bad, are you really that bad of a pitcher?
Yes.
In fairness.
I don't know, Carey. Your logic is not logicking right now.
You're not feeling it?
No.
You guys, man.
No.
Libby gonna shove tonight.
Yeah, for a couple innings.
5, for sure.
5 for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Complete game, you said?
5 for sure.
I thought I heard him say complete game.
Hell no, he said complete game.
You got no faith in your guy?
That's a lot of innings, Jamie.
Come on.
He's no.
We'll put a wager on it.
He's no Sonny Gray.
Complete game. You're calling it.
Huh.
If he gets that, I owe you. If he doesn't get a complete game.
I had a teammate that did a really good job of betting other players. Somehow they didn't catch on to the scheme that he was always taking the better bet of the bet. Similar to what you're doing right here.
No, you got the advantage is to you.
Nah.
I mean, he's due.
Nah.
Right?
He ain't done it yet.
Ah, but that means he's even more due.
Nah, I'll pass. How about, and so since he's due, you take it, and I'll take the...
I'm not going to steal your bet.
Okay.
I'll give you double odds. If you win, I'll pay you double. If I win, you just
pay you nothing.
No.
I like it. Double or nothing.
The one
deal.
Good job. What could go wrong? Complete game, but
okay. Why don't we hear from Andrew
Marsh?
No, not Marsh.
Hey guys, this is Andrew in Fairview Heights. Hey, got tired of my ears bleeding listening to NBA talk, so I figured I'd contribute to the Daily Drop segment.
Thank you, sir.
So my question here is would you rather? Would you rather have the ability to freeze time for 30 seconds once every day or rewind time 30 seconds once every day? Personally, I'd rewind time 30 seconds once every day because I do a lot of stupid S, and I'd like to maybe correct at least one of those mistakes once a day. So curious to see what you guys would say. Thanks.
I think Jamie and I are thinking about freezing time because if everything else stops and I don't,
it's only 30 seconds, though.
There's more than enough time, Anthony. You know how much you can get done in 30 seconds?
Well, that's why I wouldn't mind rewinding it.
I'm with Andrew. I do a bunch of stupid stuff or say stupid stuff daily, so that's exactly where my mind was going.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm freezing time.
It depends.
In and out.
Marsh?
I think I do the go back 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. You know.
Then I can do it all over again. Like, do it better.
True. Yeah. You could. Yeah, certainly.
Although I could
more often
freeze time and like go to the bathroom and give me 30 more seconds or something in between breaks.
Nah, go back.
Go back. For that, not what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying I'm a criminal. I said I'm not saying I'm a criminal because I'm not.
You're not saying you would be, though?
I'm not saying.
Are you not saying that you would be?
What are you saying?
I'm asking.
What are you saying?
Not saying.
I'm not saying anything.
I have a question in the end.
30 seconds, though, Carey.
In and out, brother.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Is Mason McTavish part of the new core for the Blues? That's next on 101 ESPN.
a tough league. It can be a very humbling league, too. I think coming in last year, he's coming out of his entry-level contract. He had a contract dispute with Anaheim that led into the training camp. And that, a new coach, it just was a very difficult start for him. But I just think his pedigree, I think when you look back at what he's accomplished in this league, to get into this league and what he's accomplished, it's a good risk for the Blues to take. And what excites me is just our group taking risks, taking chances. That's how we're going to get better. You look at maybe some of the teams that players have number one on their list. I think our success has always been to grow and get players here and then have them not want to leave. And I think this is a perfect player that we can do that with.
That was Doug Armstrong, president of hockey operations with the Blues, who joined us earlier today in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie, Mason McTavish, one, does he need to fill the shoes of Jordan Kyrou? No.
What?
They're two different players.
What?
Should be considered the next Braden Shen with the way he plays the game and his position. I think that we get into trouble when we start to suggest that a player needs to be somebody else.
Well, you can't be.
You can't be. I get that the new player might fill a need for you or a different role. I get like the Logan Mailloux is coming in, and Logan Mailloux has got to have an impact because Zach Bolduc had an impact for a week, with the Habs, and he look at him and all. Does the player fit or not? That, I think, is a more important question than whether or not you get something out of the new player that you just lost from the previous player.
Yeah.
Is Mason McTavish a fit? Or do we not know yet?
I don't think we know yet, guys. Everything would lead you to believe that he's a fit, and obviously you hear Army talking about him. You hear Steiner talking about it. They believe he's a fit. Jim Montgomery believes he's a fit. I don't know about you guys. I haven't seen him play a minute yet for the St. Louis Blues. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Everything would lead you to believe that he's going to be a fit. A lot of the things that the Blues are looking for right now, he has. He's a bigger body. He's only 6'1", but he's 220. Plays like a little bit of a bulldozer out there. He's not afraid to go to the net. He's not afraid to get to the dirty areas. He's got great hands, great skills, great ability to score goals. He's got the ability to play center ice. All these things you need. He wore an A on his jersey in Anaheim, which they believed he was enough of a leader at a young age, young team, but at a young age, to wear a letter on his chest. So check that box, too. Mm-hmm. So, what is Mason McTavish? As a St. Louis Blue, we're going to find out. He's going to get a lot of opportunity. The kid's going to be jazzed up, man. I'm telling you. The very first time you're traded, it hurts. You're angry. Why did it not work with that team? But then the moment you get to the new team and you see what kind of a role you can have and that it's a clean slate, pretty much. Because right now, everybody in St. Louis, as far as that management, I can't speak for the fans, but the management, they're excited. His teammates, his new teammates are excited to have him on the ice and to see what he brings to the table. That's energizing for a player. So I think we're going to get a real good version of Mason McTavish. Mm-hmm. And he's going to continue to grow within this role, too. So, again, I don't know what he is ultimately, but all the things that we're seeing as far as the little checklist, he checks a lot of those boxes.
Here's Alexander Steen on BK and Ferrario earlier today on McTavish's future in STL short-term and long-term.
Yeah, I see him as a guy that has a lot of intangibles, the things that we were looking for. Obviously, he's in that age group, but for us, he's got this grit to him. He's a very competitive player. When you look at what he's done in big moment games and in tournaments, he wants to raise his he wants to push, and I think that's something that I've seen in Broberg as well. In as a young player, even in those moments when the game's kind of on the line, he kind of grabs it a little bit. And Mason has that in him. I think he obviously is not happy with his season from last season, and what what our feeling is with him is that he's taking that very seriously. He wants to make sure that he's putting in the work and he's coming with an extra level of hunger to him, which we're excited about.
He's also coming with a level of pissed off, too. Let's not forget that, because so many people are out there, well, if Joel Quenneville had to bench him, he's a Hall of Fame coach. I get it. Joel Quenneville also had his favorites and his not favorites on every team that he coached, just like any coach does. So, Carey, did you... I'll speak for myself.
You can ask.
No, but did you always have great seasons? Do you ever have a bad year?
Probably had some bad years. Probably had a bad year.
A down year.
Or down games.
Something
multiple,
where you look back and say,
like,
man, I wish I could do better.
Yeah, I think I could have. Wish I'd have did this better and
I had
that
those
better.
too.
Yeah.
And then you hit the gym, you hit the turf, you hit the weight room, whatever the heck you're doing, and you give more of yourself. I wish I would have known that at 23 years old.
Right.
Mason McTavish has a tremendous opportunity here. So, and he's not having to carry all the weight of this team. Robert Thomas, that's your job, buddy. You're the number one center. You're the man here. That's your job. Mason McTavish, your job is to be the next guy.
Sure.
So it's a great opportunity with a little bit of pressure off of his shoulders, too, with a team that's going to have a really good defense core, good puck-moving team. He's going to bring an element that I don't believe the Blues currently have in their center ice position, which is a little more grit.
There you have it. It's Jamie Rivers. It's Carey Davis. It's Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. In about 25 minutes or so, the next World Cup match will start.
Baby.
It'll be Sweden versus France.
France.
A lot of people thinking that France is going to win it all.
And they should.
That's your pick?
My pick is USA, brother.
Thank you. All right.
Until further notice.
Okay. Good.
What does that mean?
Well, that means until I change my mind.
Why would you change your mind?
I got my reasons, brother. I don't have to tell you everything.
No, you do.
No, I don't have to tell you everything.
No.
USA.
No secrets in this.
USA.
Anthony, who's your team once the United States is knocked out? You typically have another team.
See?
Why are you knocking them out?
See what I'm saying?
Why
I'm
don't
just
you
saying
say,
if they do get knocked out.
No, he didn't say that. He said once.
He said once they're knocked out.
Once they get knocked out, Anthony, who would your team be?
He did it again.
Did it again.
It could be no team because they could lose in the final.
Anthony, Italy, right?
Are they done?
Oh,
They didn't even get in.
make it.
They didn't make it?
They didn't make it.
Sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
You're not. You're not sorry. I can tell by the laugh. that
He's
you're not
laughing
sorry.
because his Canadians.
His Canadians advanced.
Yeah, advanced versus South Africa. He was 3.
I don't know. Look, it's Team USA all the way. I'll observe some of these football clubs and see which style I like, and go from there.
We should, when it gets down to what the final 8, we should have a little pull the names out of a hat, and we get to pick a team that we're going with.
One team?
Or a draft.
Yeah, but the draft doesn't work because
let's just pick a team out of a hat.
No. We could pick our names out of a hat and then have a draft, like Anthony said. Yeah, because we're picking one team. I thought we were doing this stupid snake draft. That screwed me over a couple times.
I think we should put the names of the countries in a hat.
Yeah,
and then pick the names.
Yeah, but I'm not passionate about it. Then it
doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter.
I hate Carey's idea.
Yeah, I do too.
Hate it.
You want to be associated with a club that you're passionate about.
If I paint my face, I want it to be legit.
Exactly.
You paint your face in your own time, brother.
No, I can't paint my face?
If you want to.
What if I paint it right here? It's on your time, too. What do you
It's not on my time.
When it gets down to 8, we can all have 2 teams.
If this is my time.
2 teams? I think we should just get one team.
Well, no, if it's down to 8, you get 1.
No, you get one.
Or 2, I mean.
One team.
One team, one dream?
How can you be passionate about 2 teams? That doesn't make sense.
See, Marsha gets it.
You can be passionate about. You can be passionate about 2 teams.
Come on, man.
This guy.
3 teams. He got 3 teams. 3 NFL teams. One of them in trouble. The other one not doing too well.
Well, I guess it is possible to have 2 teams and not be passionate about one. We've seen that a lot.
That's Anthony's story.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You're not passionate about your Falcons. You root for them because you have to. Because you made a decision, 30-plus years ago to root for this team, and you're still riding with that decision that you made as a 12-year-old young man. You settled yourself. I'm sorry. My apologies. 3 years off. You settled yourself into a lifelong decision that you made at 9 years old. And you as a grown-ass man, won't make a better decision for yourself. And you're forcing your sons
fairness to
into
Anthony,
it as well.
At 9 years old, he didn't know how depressed he'd be as a Falcons fan.
Thank you.
But at 25, he did.
I think.
At 25, he realized it.
I don't know.
You know, I should be celebrated for my loyalty, not put down because of my stupidity. Okay?
It was a Mets fan.
Works.
There was a kid that was crying because he was a Mets fan.
Mm-hmm.
And
he ain't the only one crying.
That's what I'm
because he's a
saying.
Mets fan.
Yeah.
He wanted to cheer
Grown
for the
adults.
Yankees. He wanted to cheer for a winner. That's what you're doing to your kids.
The Yankees
No,
haven't
not.
won
They can
in
choose to
over 10
whatever
years.
team to root for that they want. I'm certainly not
But
putting
you
that
watch
on
the
them.
Falcons religiously.
You're kind of forcing.
And your
I'm
kids
not
forced
forcing.
them to do
And you called
what
your
their
team the
fathers
Falcons.
do. You did do that. Now you kind of.
I did that because I wanted to see that team win.
Yeah.
And guess
so
what?
what is
But now
Killian?
we have.
You've
Who is
lied to
Killian
Killian.
gonna? He's
because
going to
now
root for
Killian
him.
thinks the Falcons are champions, and we know they're not.
Trust me, he knows. Being in that household with me, he knows that team ain't winning anything. He's heard it all. I am not filtered when I'm watching that team.
Oh.
And he's not a fan of the Falcons. I won't tell you who he's a fan of.
Who he's a fan of? Who
I'm
is
going to make
he?
everybody angry.
I know who
Who
it
does
is.
he root for?
He's a diehard.
You want me to say it?
You can say it.
It's the Rams.
He loves the Rams.
Is he?
Yeah.
He has a smile. Man,
He loves the Rams. And he loves the
bad
Rams
team, sure.
because, like, he knew they were here. He doesn't understand that they
broke everyone's
left.
heart.
Yeah. So he just knows they were here.
Yeah, he wouldn't know.
And we used to work either for or with them.
Mm-hmm.
So he thinks, it's my dad's former team. Like, that's his line. He has no idea that
It's your former team.
Don't ruin it for him. Let that young man cheer for those Los Angeles Rams, and be happy.
I just gave him a little, not a warning, but a little like, hey, buddy, just let you know. People are not happy with that team around here.
Now, that's
To his credit, he is stuck with it.
There are some people that still love the Rams.
Yeah.
T-Bone loves the Rams.
A lot of people still love the Rams.
Yeah.
They just hate the owner. But they don't blame the team or the players.
Well, my son has nothing to do with like that whole thing. He just, again, he associates the Rams being here, and
I'll be honest with you guys. When the Rams left, I was willing to stay with them, and then they got rid of James Laurinaitis, and I said, I'm out.
That was it, huh?
That was it. They got rid of James
straw that
Laurinaitis.
broke the camel's back.
Yep. He was my favorite player, and they got rid of him. And I said, that's it. I'm going to go root for a team that's never won.
And you found him. Nice job, Marsh. All right, we've got the Gauntlet next on 101 ESPN.
warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
406, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome Alex into the Gauntlet. What's up, Alex?
Oh, not much. Just trying to stay cool, gentlemen.
Good man. Hopefully you're succeeding in that goal. Alex, would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me in round 1?
Look, there's only one win-win situation for me, and that is taking on Andrew Marsh. Because if I win, I get to go to the second round. But if I lose, I'm a good person, and I can hang my hat on that.
Honestly, Alex, I like the line of thinking on that. Full throttle here. Nice job. All right, so tell Marsh to spin that wheel. We'll kick him out, and then we'll play the Gauntlet.
Marsh, spin that wheel, please, sir.
All right, the wheel has spun. Marsh, get up on out of here. Alex, what category are you open for, pal?
I can't tell you that until the wheel stops spinning.
Fair. Some people are rewarded when they say they want a certain category. Most are punished, though.
All right, well, the wheel has stopped. So what were you thinking, Alex?
Man, I would love to have some random today.
Well, it's not random. Which one would you not want?
Marsh probably wouldn't want football.
Well, it's not that either. You got yourself baseball today.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Go Bird.
There you go. You're going to have 4 baseball-related questions. Each one is worth 2 points, unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions are worth 1 point. Alex, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
How many Gold Glove awards did Fernando Vina win over his 12-year career?
Gonna need the options there, boss.
Sure. 1, 2, or 4?
1 is the outlier. It's not an even number, so we'll go with 1. Final answer.
All right.
All right, Alex, question 2. The 2006 Cardinals were able to sneak into the postseason with just 83 wins. They had only 3 players exceed 2.0 WAR, wins above replacement. Albert Pujols, Chris Carpenter, and who else?
I wasn't in St. Louis then. I was a Cardinals fan, but I don't remember, so I'm going to need those options again.
Sure. Was it Jim Edmonds, David Eckstein, or Scott Rowland?
I think we'll go with Jimmy Baseball. Final answer.
Question number 3. Ray Slugger Jr. Caminero has homered in 4 straight games, but can you tell us Tampa Bay's all-time leader in home runs?
And it sounds like we're going to need the options for a 3rd time running.
Is it Mark Reynolds, Evan Longoria, or Carlos Pena?
Evan Longoria. Final answer.
Final question, Alex. Scott Spezio played parts of 12 seasons for 4 different teams. Oakland, Anaheim, St. Louis, and who else?
We're going to make it 4 for 4 with those options.
All right. Seattle Mariners, Cincinnati Reds, Houston Astros.
Reds, the only National League team outlier, so we'll go with that.
All right, let's bring back Andrew Marsh from the Cone of Silence. Alex, how you feeling?
Not great.
All right. All right, Marsh is welcome back in.
Use that now that he's an Angel.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, you can. All right, so Marsh has got his headphones back on. Marsh, how was the Cone of Silence?
It was good. It was good. Mike Ryder hanging out.
Good.
Good time. Make sure I don't break this microphone.
Yeah, good idea.
Like yesterday.
All right, Marsh, your category today is baseball.
All right.
Pack a lunch.
Question 1. How many Gold Glove awards did Fernando Vina win over his 12-year career?
Jeez, I have no idea. Options.
1, 2, or 4?
Okay. I think he probably won 2. One with a couple different teams. Go with 2. Final answer.
Question 2. The 2006 Cardinals were able to sneak into the postseason with just 83 wins. They had only 3 players exceed 2.0 WAR, wins above replacement. Albert Pujols, Chris Carpenter, and which other player?
2006, huh? All right, with above 2 WAR. Let's see here. I feel like Yachty could be one of those guys, but he was younger at the time. I don't know. So, who did you say? Albert and Chris Carpenter?
Correct.
Okay. Obviously, Roland was on that team. Edmonds was on that team. I don't know if Roland had the year. That was the year that him and Tony were kind of beefing a little bit. I'll go with Jim Edmonds. Final answer.
Question number 3. Ray Slugger Jr. Caminero has homered in 4 straight games, but can you tell us Tampa Bay's all-time leader in home runs?
All-time leader in home runs?
Yep.
I mean, there's only really one guy that had been there for a long time because they love to just get rid of people. So I'll go with Evan Longoria. Final answer.
Final question, Marsh. Scott Spiezio played parts of 12 seasons for 4 different teams. Oakland, Anaheim, St. Louis, and who else?
Oh, jeez. Options.
Seattle Mariners, Cincinnati Reds, Houston Astros.
I'll go with... Oh, man. I feel like it's Seattle. I'll go Seattle. Final answer.
All right. Marsh versus Alex here in the Gauntlet today. The 2006 Cardinals were able to sneak into the postseason with just 83 wins. They had only 3 players exceed 2.0 WAR. Albert Pujols, Chris Carpenter, and who else? Marsh, without the options, went with Jim Edmonds. Alex, with the options, went with Jim Edmonds. Correct answer is...
Scott Rowland.
Scott Rowland, of course.
Ooh,
That's the correct
okay.
answer. 0-0. All right. Ray Slugger Jr. Caminero has homered in 4 straight games. But can you tell us Tampa Bay's all-time leader in dingers? You've all said Evan Longoria. Correct answer is...
Evan Longoria.
But Marsh didn't need the options. Ooh. Marsh up 2-1.
Marshy.
Scott Spiezio played parts of 12 seasons for 4 different teams. Oakland, Anaheim, St. Louis, and who else? Alex, with the options, went with the Reds. Marsh, with the options, went with the Seattle Mariners. Correct answer is...
Seattle Mariners.
Marsh now takes a
2-0
lead. Or 2, I'm sorry, he's up by 2. He's up by 2. Marsh has 3, Alex has 1. Final question. How many Gold Glove awards did Fernando Vina win over his 12-year career? Marsh went with 2. Alex went with 1.
But he didn't need the options.
Correct answer is...
2.
Oh, Alex.
Oh, man.
You have chosen.
I have chosen
poorly.
Good news. Good news, Alex. You're a great guy.
Yeah.
Man, I've been waiting probably 39 years to hear that, so that makes my day. Guys, I love listening to your show. It makes my day every day.
Oh, thank you, Alex. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yep, guys, have a good rest of your day. Stay
You
cool.
too.
You too.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Hey.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Alex
Definitely
actually,
a good dude.
yeah, oh yeah, no doubt about it. And Alex actually did use the options on that one, Marsh. So I'm glad that you just went ahead and said it.
You were setting it up, though.
I was trying.
You're setting up, trying to make me believe that maybe we had a walk-off on our hands.
We were trying to, you always try to supply a little drama.
You did
to
well.
the end of the gauntlet. Well, thank you.
Good job, brother.
Some of
that
us
one is
need Carey's help to put it in order.
Sometimes. It's just one person, though. See.
It's a fast lane on 101 ESPN. Speaking of Marshy coming off this victory, he's got what's trending for you next.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Carey, you sent us, or no, it was Jamie who actually sent us something in the group chat today.
Way to go, Jamie.
Yeah.
It was in reference to Nick Saban. Not that Nick Saban story, a different Nick Saban story told by Mike Rodak, who is a Alabama staff writer for Bama 24/7. And we've talked a few times about this whole Terrion Arnold situation, but it looks like Nick Saban filed a character reference letter in Tampa court supporting Terrion Arnold. What do you guys make of the situation with the Lions? Former Lion now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Nick Saban's going to bat for a player that he recruited and he coached and he supported, and obviously Nick Saban still feels as though that Terrion Arnold has got high character despite making a very grave mistake. So that's what I take out of it. And Nick Saban has talked. He's given speeches, since he retired, and one of the things that he talked about was giving players second chances, giving players opportunities to amend mistakes, and how important that is. So honestly, this falls right in line with what Nick Saban kind of preaches. So not surprising.
It's putting yourself out there, that's for sure. But Nick Saban's never been afraid to do that, whether it's giving his opinion on players or certain teams, especially now that he's been retired, or going to Congress and giving his opinion on what he thinks going on with the NIL and NCAA. Right. This is a person he feels that he knows very well, or certainly that he feels he knows better than certain people, and certainly more than what people are getting right now as far as if you're just catching up on it, you're like, wow, that's terrible. And Nick Saban just wanted to make sure that he outlined that one mistake or certain actions don't always define the person.
Yeah,
in his opinion.
Yeah, I think it's great for Terrion to have someone like Nick Saban to write, a character evaluation of it as to who you are as a person. What's happening right now? Terrion Arnold was relieved of his duties with the Detroit Lions. They released him yesterday. He's dealing with a court case where there's a lot of details that have been coming out, and you hope that somehow, some way, there's a mistake that is taking place and he is not involved. But you just can't have yourself even caught up in those situations. Right. If you're aligning yourself with people who are doing certain things, the one thing, and Jamie, I know you can attest to this, the one thing you will always know when you are a professional athlete, if you are around certain things, if something goes bad, your name is the one that goes in the paper. They don't put your friends' names. They don't put the people that are with you or the people that are doing the same things that are you might not even be partaking in some of those things, but you are the name, and you are the one that is going to be front and center in every article, in every news outlet, in every news segment. It's going to be your name. And then they'll have their names in small print, but your name will be the one because you are the one that people know. So if you aren't involved in anything illegal or nefarious or something that can get you caught up in a lot of trouble with the law, don't be around it. Don't have friends that are around it. And I don't know, there are a lot of things that have taken place in this case and whether or not he was a part of it, but you can't even have your name associated with those people. Don't matter how long you've been friends, don't matter how long you've known them, don't matter if they're family. And the people that are around you should also know that.
Yeah.
If we're doing something illegal, keep him away. Don't bring him to the party. And if you do show up, you kick his ass, hey, you got to get your ass out. We're doing illegal activities.
Sure.
This isn't for you. But you just got to make good decisions around the keeping the company that you keep.
We spoke yesterday about John Morant being traded to Portland, and obviously there were some things that happened in his career, and he just isn't the same player, I guess. Are people within the NBA, I guess, don't value him the same way as they did? Do you think that's another similar situation?
Yeah, I think what do you always say, Carey? Your problems can't be bigger than
your game. Got to be bigger than your problems.
There you go.
Yeah. Game got to be bigger than your problems, and if it gets to a point where your problems are bigger than your game,
sure,
your ass ain't gonna be looking for a job.
Absolutely.
And that's. And I think that this is probably one of those instances for Terrion Arnold. They're like, this problem is way bigger than what you can provide on the field for us. And that's how they viewed it, and they moved on from. And, maybe he's not found guilty. Maybe he has, no issues, and there's nothing that comes out of this with the law. But your organization, your job, the team you were working for decided it was too much of a problem for us to even be bothered with, so we're going to move on and wish you the best.
Sure.
Do you guys think Brandon Ayuk's game is bigger than his problems?
No, sir.
No.
I don't. No.
I don't know.
Carey does, but I don't.
I do. I do think it is. I don't think his problems are not. He's just on social media being, making statements, which
he's doing it.
I hope he has an understanding of. Hopefully he's doing it intentionally to try to get the 49ers to let him go. Which I think that's what is taking place.
You think he's getting good advice if that's...
I don't know who's advising him.
Well, he just blamed his ex-agent for all of this the other days ago.
It's 49ers' fault. It's his fault. I'll tell you what, the number one thing when it comes to accountability, number one rule in accountability is to blame others for your issues.
That's actually...
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Cardinals Braves entrance are right next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Coming up next, we are going to do our Cardinals and Braves entrance survey. We'll dive into this upcoming series for the Cardinals. They've been struggling, and they have Matthew Liberatore on the mound tonight. He'll face off against Martin Perez. First pitch tonight is at 6:15. If you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We do need a new Beat the Streak contestant, so if you want to text into the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646, just type in BTS. We'll potentially have you on for Beat the Streak. Cardinals at Braves, our entrance survey. For better or worse, which pitcher do you guys have under the microscope?
I mean, do we have
this
to?
Series. 3, 2, 1.
Matthew Liberatore.
But why, guys? Why? Why do you guys feel that way?
Because there's a lot of people that don't want to see Matthew do his thing anymore. I think 3 of them are in this room.
No, that's not true.
I think so. I think 3 of them are in this room, don't want to see Matthew participate in pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals to start a game.
What 3 do you think that is, Kerry?
1, 2, 3. Jamie, Anthony, Marshy.
I have no problem saying I am one of those people.
There you go.
Because
One
it
down.
has been awful to watch.
Anthony, what say you? That's a yes. Jamie.
I've always said you just need a little patience with these guys.
Okay. 2 out of the 4.
I think he's lying.
I think so, too.
But you got to show me the replacement first.
I don't know what I'm more bothered by when it comes to Liberatore. The 7.71 ERA over his last 5 starts.
Yeah, that's just his last 5 starts, Anthony. You can't just cherry pick.
Or the 10.41 ERA over his last 4 starts.
Yeah.
He's cherry picking.
What are we doing here?
He's cherry picking.
Now,
Give us a whole season.
If we go inning by inning, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got more good innings than bad innings. Wouldn't you say? Yeah, working for my client here. What are we doing?
Now you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Okay, you want the full season there?
No, just the good games.
I just want the good innings. I don't even want the bad innings. I don't want the whole game. Just give me the good innings.
Yeah, why not give you the whole ERA for the season? 5.56.
Much lower than the 7.
Yes, no, certainly.
And lower than the 10 you just mentioned.
You're right.
Trending in the right direction, sounds like.
Good news. His ERA on the road is only a 6.
Yeah, but Anthony, at nighttime, it's 6.18.
That was terrible, man.
He's doing it again.
You can't listen to this guy. That was a crap sandwich, if I must say so myself.
What's his whiff rate?
His strikeout rate?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Like in the good innings.
That's the problem.
No, Anthony.
Well, in the good innings, probably 0.
There you go. No, he's got strikeouts.
10. Strikeout rate 8.11.
I'm looking at a guy,
which is higher than his career average.
In his last start, he pitched 1 hit ball in 4 of those 5 innings, Anthony. Yeah. Now, in the 1 inning, he gave up 5 hits and 6 runs, but in 4 of those innings, he only allowed 1 hit. So, in actuality, which version of Matthew are we getting here? Because I'd say that guy that pitched 4 good innings, and you just take away that 1 bad inning, that's a hell of a guy.
What?
Boy, there's a lot of gymnastics at play here.
What are you talking about? I'm giving you the numbers. We're going to exclude the 1 inning that he allowed 5 hits and 6 runs, and I'm going to give you the other 4 innings. 1 hit ball, no earned runs. Who says no?
Me.
Why?
Because can't just cherry pick. You tell me I'm cherry picking. You're cherry picking.
He gave me his last X number of starts.
Then I gave you the full season. He's got a 5.56 ERA.
Which is much lower than the 7
whip.
and the 10 that you gave me before.
I don't know what your problem is, Anthony.
What are you doing here?
You know what my problem is? You guys aren't on board for the Cardinals. Like Marsh and I are.
I heard Ollie talking earlier.
We want to go inning by inning. Matthew Liberatore's. Let's go. Here we go. First inning, his ERA is 5.06.
Not great.
Maybe you should have a starter for him.
Teams are slugging 492. Their batting average is 286. OPS of 810.
Now let's get to the good.
What about second inning?
Second inning, 4.02.
Okay, we're getting closer.
Batting average, 258.
Much better.
Slugging is 419. OPS 701.
Now we're talking.
Third inning, you guys are going to love this one. ERA 1.80.
There we go. I figured it out. We just need an opener for him.
That's it, man. We figured that.
Batting average 212, slug 308, OPS 603.
Now, some might argue, and I'm sure Anthony would be one of these people that argue, third inning is probably bottom of the lineup, but not when you're giving up those runs in the first and second inning.
You're
back at the
time
top.
through, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a good point, Carey.
You see what I'm saying here?
Wow.
You're not wrong.
You see what I'm saying?
You ready for the rest of the innings?
Tell me about the eighth inning.
There is no eighth inning.
Jamie, hey, focus.
Jamie, there's not even a seventh inning.
Oh, man.
Why don't we go to the fourth inning?
No.
8.79 ERA. Teams are batting 350 with a slug of 683 and an OPS of 1.058.
I'm trying.
Fifth inning. It's even worse. 9.49 ERA. Teams are batting 390 in the fifth inning with a slug of 678 and an OPS of 1.164. In the sixth inning, the ERA dips a little bit or goes down 4.15. Now, there's only been 4 1/3 innings pitched in the sixth inning. So, but teams are batting 313 against Matthew Liberatore in the sixth inning. OPS of 900.
Well,
and he's given up 6 home runs in the fourth inning. The fourth inning is not a good inning for Matthew Liberatore. That's where things start to fall apart.
Oh, that's why you got a bullpen.
That third inning, though, is the inning that we want to focus
on. The third
on.
inning is fantastic.
We
You'll
want to
take that
focus
third
on that
inning every single day.
You know?
Okay. For better or worse, which position player do you guys have under the microscope heading into the series?
I got Jordan Walker.
I'm going to go Ivan Herrera since he's catching for Liberatore tonight. Hasn't done that, I don't believe, this year.
That's a good one.
I'm going to go Ivan Herrera.
Well, he'll catch, based on past starts, he'll catch 2 out of the 3 because he's got McGravy. So if Ollie sticks to
that's a good one, Carey.
Yeah. Kind of surprised.
What do you mean?
No, that he's going to catch 2 of the games. Why? What's wrong?
That's what you meant. Huh? It's fine.
Carey might be wondering why you almost singled him out there for his thought.
Hey, what he heard and what I said.
Very true. Very true.
I'm going to go J.J. Weatherholt. It seems like when this guy goes in a slump, it lasts for maybe 3 days. Like he went,
if that.
He went 0 for 5, 0 for 5, 0 for 4 against Arizona twice and then Miami in that first game, and then bounced back with 2 hits in the last 2 games against Miami. Like, this dude is just a pro in his rookie season. Like, not letting that slump snowball into like a full week. So I'm just really impressed by what J.J. Weatherholt has been able to do this season when he does sort of go into a funk.
I'm going to go with Ivan Herrera, too. I like Carey's thought process there on the catching. You know, offensively, in the month of June, he's got a 132 WRC plus. 3 home runs and 107 plate appearances, 18 runs scored, 8 driven in. He's even got 3 stolen bases. Like, Ivan Herrera's been playing very well offensively. looking forward to watching him defensively as well. All right, biggest question that you have entering the series, gentlemen. The biggest question that you have.
Can the Cardinals get back into the swing of things? Can they get their lineup back to playing, it's, the middle of the order. If those guys hit, generally speaking, they have success as a team. Mm-hmm. If not, they're probably going to struggle putting up runs. So can those 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters be the guys that you have seen them be all season long?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, can the offense get going again? Carey kind of outlined it with what he said, so probably in line with what Carey's saying.
I think for me is, can you take advantage of a really good baseball team that is also struggling? Like, I feel like the Cardinals played really well against good teams, and they have sort of slumped against the teams that we think that they should win series against. So I think the Cardinals should do well if that is the trend that keeps on going. And can they just stay in that wild card mix?
Okay.
At least heading into Chicago, because obviously that's a rivalry series. You'll be in Wrigley, 4th of July weekend. Mm-hmm. A lot of people will be there. We saw what happened last year when the Cardinals went to Wrigley around this time.
Very true.
It was not good.
No, it's not good at all. In fact, this was the time, wasn't it right around the time that you had the dream 2 years ago?
About Adam Wainwright?
Yeah. Did you have a vision?
I had a vision. Yeah, I had a vision.
Adam Wainwright?
Adam Wainwright going into London and doing really well, and the Cardinals going on the street.
That was bad.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
That was bad, man.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I'm with Carey.
This is a different year.
Offense.
Oh, yeah.
The offense really, I mean, you got more than enough pitching this past series against Arizona, and Miami, and you didn't do anything because your offense. So does the offense start to find its stroke again before the All-Star break? So that's the question I have heading into this series. All right, predictions. Marsh?
Cardinals win.
How many?
They win, Anthony.
How many?
They'll get one.
Okay, I got Marsh down for one. Carey?
That's a 3-game series.
Yep.
Cardinals win, like Marshy said.
I got Carey down for one.
Give me 2.
Carey says 2 now.
2 out of 3.
Okay.
Probably be tomorrow and Thursday. What?
After all that, really? With Matthew Liberatore?
It won't be because of Matthew Liberatore. He's going to do fine.
Carey's got him with that complete game.
6 innings.
Gotcha. Yeah. Jamie?
Yeah.
You guys are terrible, man.
Tell you about.
You guys are terrible. Yeah. Cardinals, go Cards.
What's your prediction for this series?
Yeah.
Cardinals will play 3 games.
Cardinals are playing the Braves, right? That's what the series.
Mm-hmm.
There will not be any rainouts.
Oh, too bad.
We don't know that either.
Too bad.
Says. You make your prediction right now, Jamie. You make it for these people.
Dustin May. Get a shove.
There you go. 1 game, he says.
Cards avoid the sweep.
Yes.
You guys are all gutless.
I don't know.
Every single one of
Well, you know what, Anthony, you weren't here, but the last time I said the Cardinals were going to do really well, they ended up losing a series against one of the worst teams in baseball.
So you
blame
yourself?
It was my fault. Yeah, I blame myself. And actually,
it was definitely your fault.
They haven't been the same
Friday night.
since, actually.
Was it the Friday night game?
Yeah.
That one.
And
Remember the Royals?
And he said, I don't care. Yeah. They lose, so what? And we were like, Marshall, you just did it.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been the same team since.
They got smoked.
It's not good. By the way, France takes a 1-0 lead over Sweden. Mbappe.
Guys, I don't know if you guys know this.
Kylian Mbappe.
That Mbappe is pretty good. I think he might pan out.
France is much faster than the Swedes.
Now, why do you think that?
Well, there's a couple of Swedes that can really go, Carey.
Just 2.
Sweden does have. I've only seen one of them so far.
They got two guys that can go.
2 guys that can go.
France has about 8 guys that can really go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some guys, man.
Yeah, the French,
Mbappe just
the French
missed.
are known to be fast.
Yeah, they missed. He hit the post on one wide open, missed it. They scored. He scored one that was called offsides. They actually have been
learn the rules.
Beating the hell out of Sweden.
He was only offsides by a mile.
It's because the Swedes stopped.
Kilometer.
Kilometer. Thank you. Carey's right. France has been throwing Sweden around like a rag doll.
They are faster and bigger and stronger.
I mean, the whole time it's just there's been one Swede on the ground after another,
just knocking them
thrown
over.
around.
Yeah.
And they're not even credit to Sweden. They're popping back up.
Yeah, they're not laying there.
They're not laying there. Now, part of that is because if they know they're already giving up a lot of speed.
If you lay there, it's going to be
worse. So.
This is rough.
Sweden just had a shot on goal where, I mean, he had some space, and he put that about 9 rows deep.
Yeah, he didn't leave it short, though.
No, I didn't. No chance is what Sweden has.
Do you guys like the French kits with the collar? Do you like your soccer jerseys with collars on them?
It's old school. It's like when I was growing up, all the kits had the collared
I wonder
shirt.
if it irritates, though. Oh, yeah, having that collar shirt on while you're running around. I don't know.
It's a very soft material, Carey.
I kind of like Ivory Coast look.
You call them the Hurricanes all day.
They look like the Miami Hurricanes.
And they lost.
Well,
so did Miami.
Well,
Not everybody can win.
The teams he picks usually don't win.
That's not true.
That's actually fair. A fair assessment.
Professional teams for sure.
Well, he picks because he picks the college basketball teams. He picks the favorite.
I didn't pick the favorite this year.
You picked UConn the last 2 years.
Oh, maybe I did pick the favorite.
You probably did, and they lost. Who was the favorite
Duke.
this year? Yeah.
I think Jamie and I picked Duke.
Went out on a limb, did you?
This is the first year that he got it wrong. He went 3 for 3.
Thank you, Marsh. I appreciate you.
You had Florida, too.
I did. I had Florida last year, and then UConn 2 years prior. But the streak had to end. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 at ESPN. We've got Beat the Streak and Bet the Board next.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore with FanDuel Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute, and we're talking about some of the players right now. If you took Kylian Mbappe to score a goal, and for whatever reason he was subbed out, his sub comes in, you're still in it until the final whistle. So just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. That's FanDuel.com/local to get started now. It is FanDuel Super Sub. Your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER.
to hit baseballs.
All of my successes depend on me.
You're ready to hit.
The hits just keep on coming.
And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
Time to play Beat the Streak here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We got Chris on the line to play BTS. What's up, Chris?
Not much.
Appreciate you.
Mowing the yard today.
Oh, there you go. In that heat, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Got a little workout in. Good for you.
Yep.
All right, so hang tight with us, Chris. Marsh, what's the latest streaks for everybody?
All right, Carey has a streak of 7. I have
Carey.
a streak of 1, and everyone else is at 0.
Oh, wow. All right, so this is how it's going to go. CD's going to go first, then Marsh, then Chris, then who? Jamie? Yeah, because Jamie had a longer streak than I had, right? Marsh?
No, actually, you had a longer streak, yeah.
All right, me, then Jamie. Okay, CD.
Give me Drake Baldwin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Carey. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a Brave tonight, and
Why?
wow. Give me Matt Olson tonight.
Okay. Chris, you're up.
Austin Riley from the Braves.
Oh, man.
Riley. Okay. Yeah, give me Harris.
Everybody, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I said Michael Harris.
I heard who you said. Jamie, what are you doing? Correct us, Jamie.
Don't forget
Herrera
on the mound.
There you go.
Herrera. All right, there you go. All right, Carey took Doug Baldwin. Doug Baldwin. Drake Baldwin. Doug Baldwin's probably not playing.
I don't think he's playing
for the Braves tonight.
Braves.
Yeah. Matt Olson. Marsh took Matt Olson. Chris took Austin Riley. I took Michael Harris. And Jamie took the only Cardinal.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Jamie wants
Jamie
Yvonne
believes.
Herrera. Yeah. Alex, good luck to you, man. Appreciate you playing. Hopefully you'll be back tomorrow. Or Chris, I'm sorry. I wrote down Alex for the Gauntlet. My bad. Stay hot, Anthony.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chris. All right, from Beat the Streak to Bet the Board. All right, Marsh, how did we do last night?
I believe some of us did pretty well, and the other half did not. I know I did not get my pick because the Netherlands lost in penalty kicks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they did not advance. Anthony, those Diamondbacks won. The Blue Jays won. The Yankees lost. And like I just said, the Netherlands lost.
All right, so do you have updated standings for everybody?
Yes, our updated standings. Anthony with 13 points. I have 11 points. Jamie has 10. And Carey has 9.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go with the last pick.
What are you doing?
What?
I was actually hoping you guys would.
Oh,
you guys
no.
didn't know.
I was going to let you go.
I was going to let you go, too.
And it looked like Marsh was trying to stop you.
Well,
No,
I'm ahead too, so.
He's a good kid. He's trying to stop you. Let him.
What are the latest standings?
You have 13. I have 11. Jamie has 10. Carey has 9.
So I'm first.
Yep.
Come on.
I was kind of hoping you guys forgot, which is why I was just going to go ahead and go first.
Well, we're going to let you go first.
Go ahead if you want to go first.
All right. Give me, I gotta have a few, don't I? Give me, I'm not ready at all.
Come on, Carey.
Give me Brian Reynolds, 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. Give me Jordan Walker, 1.5. Can't go Drake. Can't go there. Jordan Walker, give me Ben Rice, 1.5. And I think Juan Soto is the last one. I got to make sure that it is. What do you have, Anthony? 13?
Yes.
And I got 9?
I believe so.
Juan Soto, 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. And, oh, good. me Drake Baldwin.
Doug's brother.
Doug's other brother. There you go. That's 5.
Okay. Jamie, you're up.
All right, give me the Diamondbacks on the money line. These are all, you can check them. They're all under the 150 threshold. So,
yep.
Give me the Rangers, money line. Red Sox, money line. Braves, money line. Tampa Bay Rays, money line. And the Marlins on the money line.
How many you got? 7? 7's the number? 6 is the number?
6 is the number.
All right. Marsh?
All right, I am going to go with the Baltimore Orioles to score over 5.5 runs against the Fed man tonight. Eric Fedde on the mound for the White Sox, so Baltimore to score 6 runs, essentially. Tarek Skubal and Cam Schlittler, 15-plus strikeouts combined. That is at -142. Matthew Liberatore, over 5.5 hits allowed at -112. The Milwaukee Brewers over 4.5 runs tonight against the Cincinnati Reds at -135. And Justin Robleski, 5+ strikeouts against the Athletics at -148.
Okay. I will take the Braves -149 on the money line.
Copycat.
That's it?
Yep, that's it. You okay, Carey?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah.
All right. All right, good man. All right, we've got
I just can't believe that you'd take Braves against Cardinals. You should leave for that. You should get out of
You're
here.
suspended.
Why would you do that?
Get your negative ass out of here.
I do need to change one.
Who do you have?
I got to change one. Baldwin is over the 150.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I'll go Bryce Terrain.
There you go. Would it be, Carey, way to go, man.
We got people that pay attention to what we're doing.
That's very true.
I don't want to be that guy.
All right. I've just been suspended for
Yeah,
the last
get out
hour of the
of
show.
here.
Tomorrow we'll be at Ballpark Village. Ballpark Village for the U.S.-Bosnia game, which kicks off at 7 o'clock. Biggest question next on 101 ESPN.
Cheap, cheap, fun, fun.
Let's get dirty with my friends over at Dirt Cheap. They are St. Louis's one-stop party shop. If you're loading up for July 4th, America turns 250 years old. What a shame not to celebrate with my friends over at Dirt Cheap. A lot of specials available right now. I was just in there the other day checking things out, and so many great deals. It's just awesome. And they've got great bourbons available. I was cruising the bourbon aisle. I couldn't believe some of the things I was seeing over there. So make sure you stop by, check it out. Also, make sure you download the Dirt Cheap app. It's really quick to get on there, download the app, and then every dollar that you spend at Dirt Cheap, that earns you points to use in the store. So you can get even bigger discounts while they're in the store using the app. You can order ahead, curbside pickup. Some locations have a drive-through. All sorts of great things over at Dirt Cheap. They also have some in-store specials and events and certain special tastings coming up. But you got to get on the app in order to find out when all that stuff happens. For more information about that or anything else going on over at Dirt Cheap, please visit them at dirtcheapfunfun.com. Again, that's dirtcheapfunfun.com. Remember to please have fun, but be careful out there.
Fastlane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
Welcome back here to the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh. Had to kick that Anthony to the curb. He has bad attitude, so he's suspended for the last hour of the show. He'll be back with us tomorrow, though, down at Ballpark Village. So, biggest question of the day, Marshy, hit it.
All right, so before I ask the question, Alexander Steen was with BK and Ferrario earlier today after the Blues announced that he would become they already announced that a couple of years ago, but they announced officially that he is the new general manager of our St. Louis Blues. And they asked him about the captain vacancy. And I want to take a listen to what he had to say, and then we'll dive into the biggest question.
Yeah, I think the game modernizes itself all the time. You got to stay, there's some pillars in the game that I think are really key that just won't leave the game ever. And then there's things that trends and phases it goes through, and you want to try and modernize your approach to stay up with the times and things of that nature. But to me, it's so important to have a group of guys that are completely bought into the culture, what we want to accomplish, kind of have that clear vision that's in sync and collaborative with what the rest of the organization thinks and believes, because sometimes they're going to have to make decisions that might not be best for themselves, but they're best for the team, and those are the decisions that have to get made. And those personalities and people are what drives that culture from within the team. So the group, what I find interesting is we have a group of players that have very unique attributes that they bring to the table, and I'm confident that as they grow together and get to know each other more and start, like Doug alluded to, when you start caring for each other and you build these friendships, it's hard to start letting each other down. But they do bring a unique intangible, each person, and that's something that we really want to build off of.
So you two, you've played for really great teams. You've been in locker rooms that know how to create culture, a winning culture. You heard him talk about pillars, buy-in, culture. For this team, what defining traits does this version of the Blues need in order to be successful? For you guys, what does that look like?
For me, it's a high compete level, competitive, and it's in every aspect of the game. Competing with the guy beside you when you're in the weight room, competing with the guy beside you when you're doing any kind of drill in practice, winning puck battles along the wall, winning battles in front of the net at both ends of the ice, blocking shots for your team, taking a hit to make a play. That's being competitive. It's pretty easy to be competitive. It really is. It's you have to want to do it. That's all. Carey, you've said it a million times. You don't have to be the best player on the ice or on the field to be competitive. You just have to be the most miserable person to compete against.
Yeah. It's a will and a want to. I would say knowing that the season starts in October and not March.
That's a good start.
That's extremely important. Like starting out the season, the beginning of the season, and really, putting your imprint into what you are and who you're going to be, and not having to dig yourself out of a hole like you have done for the last 2 seasons come March. Because you've played outstanding for the last, 6 to 8 weeks of the last 2 seasons? But for whatever reason, the first few months, 3 to 4 months, you were just kind of sleepwalking through the season. So for me, start early, and I think it starts with, as you spoke about, training camp and coming in and getting your group and understanding who you are, how you're going to play, the mindset, and the leadership of that team, being great leaders and everyone falling in line with their play. Like, you can have great leadership and still not have everybody buying in. Because I think Braden Shin is a great leader. He's done a great job. He did a great job while he was here, but he's no longer here. So now, who is the leader? Who is the captain? Who is the leader of this group? And what standard are you setting for yourself first, and then your teammates? Because if you are the leader, you better be doing exactly what you're saying you expect from everyone else. Otherwise, you're not a leader. So that means starting the season off on the right foot early, get going, and play the first half of the season like you have the last half of the last 2 seasons.
Assuming Robert Thomas is named captain, what does he need to bring to the locker room that maybe he has not done before?
Well, consistency. That's one thing. He's always got some kind of thing that's going on where he doesn't play well for a while, and then, then he picks it up, and then you see the best version of him, and then so consistency. And if he wants to be the captain of this team, he has to be the one to lead with his competitive edge. And when adversity is there, it's not banging your stick or looking up at the rafters or slamming a door. It's going out and winning the next shift. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. As I got older in my career, that's kind of what I learned. You can't change what just happened. Either it was a bad play that didn't work, or it's a bad play that ended up in the back of the net. You're out there for a goal against. But what you can change is the next shift you have. You can make sure that the next shift you have, you win that shift against whoever it is you're out there against. Robert Thomas, he starts doing that becomes contagious, because they see that their leader is not affected by adversity. We all know nobody likes it, but it's how you react to adversity that really tells people who you are. And for me, it shows me every day who you are when things are bad. Because if I'm going to lean on you and you crumble, why would I lean on you?
Why would I look to you?
I'm going to look somewhere else then.
When bleep hits the fan.
That's
I'm
right.
like, this guy. Okay, next man up.
100%.
We've had conversations in the past, especially during this last playoff run, about Nathan McKinnon having some moments where he's looking up to the rafters, or maybe he's getting on some teammates and whatnot. What is the difference there? Is it obvious? Is it just like the skill level that he can kind of get away with it?
He's a guy that if I was Cale Makar or somebody else like Gabriel Landeskog, I'd be having a chat with him.
Like, he's the actual captain.
Yeah.
McKinnon is not. He does not wear the C, but I would assume people look to him for.
Well, when you're one of the
that.
best players in the world, you automatically fall into that category. But I would be having talks with him too if I was, Gabriel Landeskog or Jared Bednar. Hey, buddy, look, I know your expectations for your teammates are the same as what you put in place for yourself, but some of them are just unable to get there. So let's think about what their ceiling is, and let's evaluate the games that way. Is, your fourth liner, is he giving you the best fourth line minutes for the night? If he is, then get off his case, because he didn't see you through 5 players back door wide open. Sometimes the expectations have to be more common sense.
Do you think that is what Robert Thomas experienced over the last few years, maybe with some of the plays that happened on the ice where he would feed a guy a pass and they were
He also
unable?
had enough of his own bad plays too.
For sure.
So I think all of it is part of the maturation process. That's what develops into a captain or a leader or just a guy who's looked upon for leadership. You got to go through the bumps on the road. You've got to figure it out. And for Robert Thomas and Nathan McKinnon, they're on their own thing, but I would always be focused on my play. What can I change? Or how can I help this player be better? How can I do more for my teammates? Because Steener's right. It's very hard for one individual in a team sport like hockey to go win a championship without other guys, without other players that can do their jobs.
Well, one thing that he said that really stood out was sacrifice, the role. Like, you might have to sacrifice, it could be anything, right? And I think he's allowed to say that based on what he did in 2019, where he dropped down to the fourth line and took on that role. Not a ton of minutes compared to other lines, even though that line was out there a lot based on their play.
Yep.
But still, he has done it before, so now he can tell someone else, hey, this is what you have to do in order to win. And I'm not just saying that because I've done it before.
Yeah, the me has to come after the we. It's the bottom line. And when you're in a team sport, hockey, football, basketball, we're watching soccer now. There's guys that are making sacrifices out there. If you're unwilling to do that for the team to be more successful, then the team is never going to reach what it needs to reach. And I think Steener understands that. Again, because he's lived it personally. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Steiner is setting the standards very high for this team. And I don't mean by goals, assists, and points and things like that. He's setting the standard high to want to play for each other first and foremost. So, all right, we need your questions. The Sports Six Pack is next. Text into 314-399-9646. Any question at all? We'll get to those next right here on 101 ESPN.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, and Sixpack.
Question number 1.
All right, from the 314, despite what he brings to this team, was Mason McTavish worth 2 first-round picks?
Yeah. And here's the reason why is at 15 and 29, you just don't know if those guys are going to have, 1, an NHL career, or 2, a substantial NHL career. And if you look at Mason McTavish, he's already got 304 NHL games played. He's 23 years old. One of those players at 15 or 29 might not have an NHL game played until they're 23 or 24 years old. So like Army said earlier, he's got a lot of scar tissue built up. All that means is he's been around for a while already. At such a young age, he's an experienced player. I think it's worth it.
And he's dealt with, the mishaps of a younger player, the mistakes of a younger player. And when he's talking about the scar tissue, it's the things you learn when you're a younger player and you realize, oh, crap, I need to do this year. This is what I need to work on in this offseason, because you've had 3 or 4 offseasons under your belt already to know what worked well for you, what didn't work well for you, and how to prepare for a season and how to take care of your body. So I think it was a great trade, and I think the Blues got, the better of it.
Yeah, and I think the best is yet to come for Mason McTavish. So if you look at it that way, to have a complete unknown in 2 picks that you don't know what will ever happen, and now you've had a player that you think the ceiling's even higher than what he's been able to provide for you, I like that.
Question number 2.
From the big old bub, who is a Cardinal or Blue you would like to extend, trade, and cut?
Like this
player?
Married Kiss, Kiss, Kill. How's it go? That how the game goes?
Something like that.
Yeah.
This is a different version of it.
I think it's, there's different versions.
Something like that? Okay.
Yeah, so what, Mary?
No. Extend, trade, and cut.
Which Blue?
Cardinal and Blue.
Okay. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Do we want to combine?
I think we should
both
combine
of them, or do one of each, like one for each team.
I think we should combine.
Okay. It could be
3 of us.
All 3 of them could be Cardinals.
If we don't agree?
Well, that's why we come to a consensus. It's 3 people. If 2 agree and 1 doesn't, majority rules. You know how that goes.
All right. So where are we starting? What are we doing first?
Let's
what
cut
category?
first.
Who are we cutting first?
Yeah, who are we cutting first?
Jonathan Drouin.
Nah, he's not on the team.
It doesn't work like that.
Still on the team.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Still on the team.
We're not gonna do that.
That is an easy way out.
That's an easy way out.
That's my pick.
Marsh, who's your pick?
To cut? Oh, jeez. Let me pull up the bullpen real quick. I don't know.
All right, Jonathan Drouin, we'll cut him.
We'll cut him. We'll be nice.
Hey, thank you for your service.
Come on, man.
You don't have to go home, but you can't
What was the other one?
Trade.
Or extend.
Why don't we do extend next? Why don't we extend Jordan Walker?
Okay, I can do that. You want to trade Buchnevich?
I want to trade Dustin May.
Why do you want Buchnevich? You know what the people. You know what the people want to say.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alrighty.
Okay.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Sure.
Question number 3.
Jamie, Carey and I will say it for you. All right, Rambo. Okay, boys, I seem to be irrationally exuberant about the Blues for the upcoming season. My expectations are probably too high. What is reasonable to expect from this new, younger core? Shoot me straight, LOL.
I think it's reasonable to expect this team to be competing for a playoff spot. I don't know if it's reasonable to say they'll be top 3 in their division, because Dallas, Colorado, and Minnesota still exist. Although, Minnesota, we'll see what that product ends up being. I know Bill Guerin was trying to make a lot more moves in the offseason, certainly bigger, more impactful moves. But again, free agency starts tomorrow. Trades will continue to happen. I think the Blues they're in the mix of those teams that are fighting for a wild card spot. Do I think they're guaranteed a wild card spot? No, I don't. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun next year. Even if they don't make the playoffs, I think they're going to be really close. But I think it's fair to say that you can want them and think they should be a playoff team.
618 says lame answers. We got lame answers.
For what?
For
Which ones?
Extend.
Yeah.
You can do it yourself. You can text it in. Okay?
618 says extend Mason Wynn. Trade Matthew Liberatore.
Actually says traitor.
Traitor. Is that what he's calling Liberatore a traitor?
I think he meant trade, but,
voice text.
Trade Matthew Liberatore.
Cut Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman. I didn't want to cut Nolan Gorman. You don't want to cut him yet.
You can cut Stanek.
He's on. No. That man is enjoying the birth of his child. I don't know if it's first, second, third, or fourth.
You know what? You're right, Gary.
Fifth or sixth. I don't know how many kids he has, but it might be the first one.
You're not cutting Swanson?
No.
Why not?
You got to have guys.
He's not pregnant.
Neither is Stanek.
Well, Stanek's wife is. You say them, does he? We're pregnant.
They do say that.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Even though I did all the work.
Oh, gosh. That there is Jamie Rivers.
What are you talking about?
You did all the work when?
Oh, that party started.
I told my son that. I said, hey, man, you started with me. Make sure you know that.
Kind of. All right. We good?
Let's just move on to the second part. Let's take a break.
Keep them coming in. 314-399-9645. Sports Six Pack.
That's not the text line.
What's that?
You said 4-5.
Oh.
Put your earbuds on.
Hang on, take two. 314-399-9646.
There you go.
Is the Air Comfort Service text line. Part two.
Some other guy would have
Some other guy just getting random questions. What the hell is this? What's a six-pack?
Why am I supposed to care about John Wasela? Anyways, all that next year on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Big news of the day, the Blues introduced Alex Steen as the 12th general manager in franchise history. We talked a lot about that as well. We talked with Doug Armstrong, who is now just the president of hockey operations. Alexander Steen, the general manager. Doug Armstrong joined the show. If you missed that interview, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Cardinals back in action tonight, taking on the Atlanta Braves with Matthew Liberatore on the mound. He'll face off against Martin Perez. First pitch is at 6:15. We have part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll answer your questions next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Welcome back here to the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We asked for your questions. Again, 314-399-9646. Sports Six-Pack Part 2.
Question number 4.
From the 314, would you ever allow a random listener to host a show with you guys?
I would, I guess. The problem is we'd have to have some kind of an agreement, right? Like, one, it goes way up higher than us. To have someone random come on, I'm sure Tommy Mattern, John Kiowski, Mike Ryder might have something to say about that. But then there's got to be some kind of a contract that says they're not going to come on here and do something really dumb.
Crazy.
Say bad things, say bad words. Like, not that anybody would have those intentions to do that, but like, what if you get that one knucklehead that says, hey, this is going to be hilarious. I'm going to have a viral moment here, especially since we're on YouTube, and they say something asinine, or, we have the dump button for certain things on air, but that takes a couple seconds after to reboot again. And like, I don't know, there's as many great people that are out there that would come in here and have a good time and be cool and have good opinions. All it takes is one person to really make it turn into a horrible experience.
To ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
To ruin the pizza party.
Yeah. No, I guess if it was a podcast, because you record all those, maybe somebody could do something with that. I think that'd be more reasonable. What do you guys think?
Yeah, probably. Get involved. For a whole show, though? I think you would not. 4 hours is I don't think people know how. Like, you're a bit tired sometimes after the show. Like, you don't want to not so much tired, but talked out.
Yeah, your brain's like a mashed potato.
Like, you still might have energy to do other things thanks to mentality. But as far as talking goes, like, there's times where I get done with work, I may not even listen to the radio driving home. Definitely don't want to converse because I've been talking for 4 hours.
Totally agree with that. I get those nights when, we'll have, like, on a game day here, a home game day, especially a home game day. Get down to the rink. Usually go to the gym first, so there's usually some kind of socializing there, or at least a hi, how you doing? Then drive down to the rink, and there's lots of socializing, which is awesome. You see a lot of great people, talk to the players, coaches, listen to the press conference, Zoom here to prep for the show, and then do 2 hours of radio usually. Then I can zoom back down Enterprise and be on TV until 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
When I'm done, I don't want to talk to anybody. I love you all dearly. I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
I drive in silence like a psychopath all the way down Highway 40. I'm like, all I hear is my tires on the highway. It gets to be, it can be brain numbing sometimes. Especially like the last couple of summers. They were tough too, and the Cardinals were really not good. It's one thing to bash on the Cardinals, but after a while, man, it gets old to just be the same thing every day.
Agreed.
Cardinals are losing a little bit right now. Yeah, we get to talk about some of the problems. Hopefully they get on a little bit of a winning streak. Now we can talk positively about that. The Blues are doing positive things right now. But when it goes bad, it's like, ugh.
It goes bad.
Yeah.
The 618 brought up, I worked 8 hours in the heat. I'm tired. You know, obviously there are a lot of our listeners that do like manual labor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're not comparing it to that.
No, yeah, not at all.
No. No,
No way.
No chance.
Like if you work outside for a living,
like
say
construction.
you're construction or
my one
doing
son
some
does,
road work,
building
for
management.
MoDOT.
So you got to pick up some of the trash. You got to do this. You got to clean that. And he's outside.
Yeah,
and it's no joke.
Especially like days like today, where you feel like you're gonna melt. Just walking in, I was like, oh gosh, hot. You're standing out there for multiple hours.
No, it's tough, man. But there's physical exhaustion, which is real. If you're in the shop and there's no AC, that's physical exhaustion. I'm sure there's some mental exhaustion that comes along with that. But there is also a thing called mental exhaustion where you can't even think straight after a while because you've been doing so many things. So, look, everybody has tough days in their field. Certainly not saying this job is any harder or any less hard than some of the jobs that you have out there.
Salty Bald Dad from Caseyville says, I died 3 times today. My ghost poured the last 2 footings.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's a little warm.
It's a lot warm.
I got my car today. It said 106 degrees. I was like, oh, my goodness.
Tim's Toothless Bottom Boy says, I've done years in construction and I've done years of call center work. And to be honest, the call center work is much more tiring at the end of the day.
I think that's just, you're talking to people.
The mental fatigue, but I think it's 2 different fatigues. Like there's mental fatigue where you're just like spent from conversing and talking, and then there's the fatigue of, yeah, man, I'm tired. My body is like, I don't got nothing. Even getting behind the wheel and driving home is a task.
And you know what, Carey? I know you have too, but I have done both. Yeah. So post-career, a lot of people don't know this. Like when I was in a rut, couldn't figure out what the hell I was going to do. Like, none of the things I'm involved in now just fell in my lap. So I went to work with Tony Twist. He's got a windshield company, Missouri Windshield. We're doing it. So he does a lot of fleet management, so all the big trucks. In this heat, for 8-9 hours a day.
Yeah, man.
Or you're in a shop, like 618 said, and we're swapping out a windshield, but there's no air coming through there.
Yeah.
In those days, I remember driving home from the warehouse and just like, oh my God, getting into bed, and the bed felt so good, and then I hated my alarm because it went off right away.
Like it's over. I just got here.
Rinse, repeat. Yeah. So both things can be very tiring.
I'm kind of the same way. When I got done playing, I do real estate, so I flip houses. But I was actually doing the work. And
saving
money. Like I wet saw, and I'm putting black backsplash up and doing all of these things, and I'm putting up cabinets and countertops, and I'm under sinks and doing the plumbing. I'm like, yeah, this is way worse than football. This hurts my body. Yeah. Way worse than running.
At your paycheck.
I run into a linebacker any day.
Yeah.
Like it was awful. And I'm like, okay, this I'm gonna have to find someone to I have to pay someone to do. I can do it, but I would rather pay someone because it's just different. Like being in there and when you're bigger, like wider shoulders, bigger, like being in small spaces, trying to screw in. It's oh my goodness.
No.
Yeah, no.
I would consider you guys extroverts. Would you say that? No. Like I consider myself an extrovert.
Yeah, I think we are.
I think once I started doing this job though, I have slowly turned into like an introvert where once the show is done, I just want to go home and not talk to anybody. But then, put my phone away. I don't want to talk to anybody.
But then it's not an issue. It's a great thing that people will want to come up and talk to us out in public. If I give them an introverted attitude
for sure
or behavior, they're going to be like, that guy's a real Diamondback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what? I want him to chirp me. I want to be like, yeah. So I always tell Ashley, I'm like, some nights it's hard to turn the volume up to 10 when you're out. Like, but people expect that, which is fine because that's kind of who I am for most of the time. It's a good problem to have. Yeah.
Question number 5.
All righty. Why don't we go to, we've been getting a lot of text messages about this, but let's go to the 314. Carey, how do you see the Steelers competing in the AFC North this season?
I see the Steelers winning the North. You know? Winning the North.
I don't think I see them doing that, but, you know.
I mean, they got the Browns. We know where they are. New coaches in Baltimore. You know what that is. Honestly, I think we were talking the other day about there were some reports that Jonathan Taylor may be on the move to Pittsburgh. That would be awesome if they were to add a player like that in the running game in the backfield. I think they did a really good job in the offseason of, making some upgrades, at the receiver position. We know what the defense is year in and year out. So if the offensive line can hold up, if they can find a semblance of running game and have some success in that area. I don't know that they're done, with their offseason just yet, but I'm excited about where they are. And then, here we are with Aaron Rodgers last year, back with an offensive-minded coach and Mike McCarthy, who they've won a championship together. They understand. He understands that offense. It is a definite upgrade offensively in terms of play calling from what we've seen from the Steelers over the last few years with Matt Canada and Arthur Smith. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the idea of having a different mindset offensively, like stretch the field, take some shots downfield. The offense that I've watched over the past couple of years it made my brain hurt just to watch it. So
like you want the offense to be on par or at least I want to somewhere in the same vicinity as what your defense, the output that your defense gives you.
Marsh, I just want to see passes past 5 yards.
That'll be nice.
And down the middle of the field. And what I've seen over the last few years from the Pittsburgh Steelers offense was crossing routes at 8 to 10 yards, check downs, and then go routes on the outside. And then the occasional hit the tight end up the seam for 25 yards because we don't, those guys aren't game breakers in terms of speed once they catch the ball. So, and then the 3 yards and a cloud of dust in the run game. So if you have more explosive plays, if you're stretching the field, down the field, in the middle of the field, impacting the entire field, both 100 yards long and 53 yards wide, you got a better chance of having, big plays. So that's what I'm excited about. And I think Mike McCarthy brings that. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers lets it loose and, some of these guys, Michael Pittman Jr. and DK, they go take care of their business.
Question number 6.
All right, we just heard from Salty Bald Dad from Caseyville. Let's go back to him. How many Blues players will be in the NHL top 100 players this season?
Wow. What did they have last year? Did they have anybody there last year?
No, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Top 100 players. Wow. Well, let's be hopeful here. Say Robert Thomas. And one of, I'd say Philip Broberg.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably pretty good. I mean,
Can I interest you in a Dylan Holloway?
You can. Mm-hmm. You certainly can. And one would think that if Robert Thomas is in there, he's having some pretty good success with his line mates. Yeah, I was actually going to lead a little bit the other way and say that maybe it's Joel Holford, too.
That was going to be my other one.
Yeah.
That's 4.
That's 4. It's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a team that is, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a lot to look forward to, though. Let's see if there were anybody on there last year. Players. I'm trying to type as fast as I can. It ain't working so good. NHL predictions for top 100 players. But, yeah, that's some pretty good players on this list. Scrolling through, I thought Robert Thomas got in here, or maybe Colton Parayko last year. Yeah, we're into the 60s now, and Robert Thomas was number 69. Yep. And that seems to be it. So more than one would be good for the Blues, so let's hope for that. All right, Marsh, are we done?
That is 6, gentlemen.
6 questions. Okay.
Yep.
Well, we thank you for your texts and your questions and your participation. We're going to wrap things up when we come back here with criticisms and compliments and, of course, our 3 stars of the day right here on 101 ESPN. Let me interest you in a hazy IPA. That's right. You usually hear me talking about Zwickel Light on here. We'll get there. But let's talk about Urban Chestnut's brand new hazy IPA. It is called Squirrel Works. You're seeing them all over the place. Saw a great display the other day at Deerberg's, and it just looks awesome. They come in 4 packs of 16-ounce cans, or you get the single can as well, and they're awesome. It's a great hazy IPA, delivers bright tropical notes and an easy, juicy finish. For anybody who's not used to IPAs or think you don't like them, give this a shot. I guarantee it will change your mind. While you're at it, pick up some of that Zwickel Light. It is an elevated light beer. It's crisp, clean, refreshing, and it tastes like beer, not water. That's the best thing about it, too, is the taste, but also the calories. Only 95 calories, only 3.7 carbs. It's a really go anywhere, do anything kind of beer. I'm going to be picking some up for sure for July 4th when I got a bunch of friends and family over there at the Rivers House. And you should pick up both of these at your local establishments and at your dirt cheap establishments. They're selling it all over there. For more information, you can always check out things at urbanchestnut.com. Again, that's urbanchestnut.com. back to the Fast Lane. We are up against it tonight, so it is time for 3 stars.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
All right, our 3rd star of the day goes out to that poor guy that may have received a 6-pack question.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Hopefully he answered it.
2nd star of the day goes out to Jim Montgomery. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Monty.
Birthday, Coach. Enjoy the day, my friend.
And our 1st star of the day goes out to all the listeners that are working in this heat, but still manage to listen to our show.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys.
Thank you.
And gals.
Yeah, guys.
Yes.
And gals. Mm-hmm. All right, we are at Ballpark Village tomorrow. It's going to be pretty exciting. Team USA plays Bosnia tomorrow night. We'll be there throughout the day. We had Doug Armstrong on today. If you missed that, go back, download the podcast. That is brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. All right, World Cup action continues. France has beaten the pants off of Sweden here. Looks like they did win that game. They're going to be on to play against Paraguay in the next round. Don't forget about Canada versus Morocco. Carey, make sure you watch that one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right. Get your red and white on out there.
And blue.
Well, yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
Go Team USA. All right, that's about going to wrap it up for us here in the Fast Lane. Truly appreciate everyone who listened. Appreciate everyone who participated. We'll be back tomorrow from Ballpark Village. Please enjoy your night. Drive safely and try to stay cool out there. See you later.